You're always surrounded by these rappers. You hear all these rap songs. Do you ever get it in your brain like, man, maybe I could be a rapper?
That's what I thought I was going to do. Growing up, I thought I was going to either be a rapper or a firefighter.
3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to episode 44 of Ruse Radio. We are back at it again with another special guest. Special guest, please introduce yourself and tell everybody what it is you do.
Shooting visuals with my nigga. Ooh, can I cuss out here?
Oh, yeah, I don't care.
Shooting visuals with my nigga MealeoStone.
This ain't a family program.
Okay.
Now, when you're shooting these visuals, I guess I'll just start with my questions. I'm a true interviewer, so I'll just go off my questions here. What are your rates? Just to go off rip for anybody who just heard, whoa, music videos? This guy's got music videos. I need a music video. Lay down them rates right away. Just let them know.
Okay, right now, how I do my videos, I got 1 for $300, 2 for $500, and then I got a special. If you buy 2, you get 1 free. So 3 videos for $600 right now. If we go out of town, it costs a little bit more. So like out of town, I'll say $400-500.
Okay.
Plus
I imagine there was some kind of
yeah.
Plus what?
Plus traveling and all of that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I imagine there's a little bit of a fee if we're going far away. And you know what? That's actually one of my later questions. So I'm gonna hop right into that one. Where was that? Where were we at? Well, basically, what is the most interesting place, first of all, that someone's invited you to go to a video? Like, because I know that they're usually picking the locations. Yeah. So, do you ever like roll up somewhere and you're like, damn, okay, we're really shooting here? Like, you just see the place and you're like, okay, and you ever have to like adjust? Like, you're surprised by where they pick or anything like that?
I ain't gonna cap. Where I'm from here, like, shit, the trenches, I know everywhere. Like,
yeah.
We in the trenches. It's gonna be a couple nice places, but I expect more of them to look rugged from how, like, people rap.
And that shit looks cool most of the time anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, like, I mean, you're just in a little alleyway. That gives you shit to work with. Like, you actually have, like, a little bit of creative range where it's not so specific. Like, they're not expecting you to do some crazy shit. Like, they just picked this little room here. Let's fucking rock it. You know what I mean? Okay, so what's the farthest you've traveled to a shoot, then? What's the farthest out you've went?
Right now, actually, I go to Texas on the 16th, so that's gonna be the furthest.
Okay.
So we going to Texas on March 16th for the little South by Southwest shit, and then, but the furthest right now, Chicago.
That's not bad either, though.
Yeah,
I mean, Chicago to Texas is a jump.
Yeah.
Are you driving or are you flying?
I'm flying. I don't drive that far. I didn't even want to drive to Chicago.
When I go, I take a train. It ain't that bad.
Yeah.
Train's not bad, especially if you're only taking like a camera, a little bit of equipment. You know, that might be a little cheaper than flying.
Yeah, I took a train just to go there, but when I shot the video, I needed my own car.
I see.
I got to get around. I can't be waiting on no Ubers.
Man, I think it'd be a nightmare to drive in that city, so I avoided it at all
terrible.
costs. Yeah.
It's terrible.
I don't even want to try.
It's terrible in Chicago.
Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad was it when you were driving there? Would you say, like, compared to here, it's probably just because here you think it's a little bad, but nah, like a city's a whole different animal.
No, when I went just to go for real, it was like November. So they had like the Navy Pier. They had a whole bunch of, they had like these zoo lights and all this shit.
They always got something.
Yeah, so it was just so many people walking in front of the cars, the Ubers just trying to merge in front of you and everything. It was terrible.
It never ends. Like, that's the difference, is like, you know, normally you can just deal with that for a couple minutes. That's why I like when I think about LA too. I've never really been to LA, but I'm positive the traffic there is so. I think Chicago is actually worse.
I feel like we the only people that signal when we trying to merge. I feel like we the only ones that signal because everybody else, Texas, Chicago, they just hurry up. Like
they just do it.
Like we the only people that signal when we trying to move.
Man, I don't think people realize how important signals are.
Yeah,
I just gotta know where you're going, dog. It's kind of like rules of the. It's like a basic, like not even a rule of the road, just like basic common decency, you know. Like just let me know that you're gonna be going right in front of me in 5 seconds, just so I know. you know? Like I feel like signals are. So you know, I don't understand when people don't use their signals at all. It kind of feels like it's like you're kind of hurting yourself at that point. You're kind of making things more difficult for everybody.
Yeah, but some people can tell like when somebody trying to like get into another lane because speed up, get on the person that's front of them, they be on their ass. So I'd be like, damn, all right, let me slow down. He trying to get over.
Yeah.
And then he'd just get over.
But if you in like city traffic, you ain't know.
Yeah,
You don't know.
nah.
And there's so much going on.
Yes.
Homie just cutting you off. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Now, how long have you been filming music videos?
It's actually been last month made 5 years. I started doing it in my senior year of high school. So,
Okay.
yeah, 5
Now tell
years.
me, I gotta know then, how does this all start? How did we start filming music videos?
Really? All right, so I just went to school. I'm in there signing up. I'm like, damn, I'm tired of going to school. So my mama like, why you don't try to go to Skills Center? So I went in there. I asked them about Skills Center. They said it's not a guarantee that I was going to get in because there's a lot of people that signed up for Skills Center before I even tried to do it.
And like, just for people who don't know, Skill Center at high schools is usually like a separate place you go or something like that where you have like there's just different classes and different types of opportunities you'd get. It's better than the type of stuff you're gonna see at the regular
You're going to
school.
learn. You're going to find what you want to do in there. If you want to do hair, you go there. You want to work on cars, they got classes for that. You want to shoot videos, learn how to do graphic design, and they got classes for all of that.
Yeah, I had
Learn
some
how to
friends who were
cook.
doing some news stuff. Like it was some kind of newscasting. Like you never would have seen that in high
Yep, I
school.
did that. At
Yeah.
Skills Center too. We did news. We made a little short film, scary movies, all that.
That's
did all
cool, because like I would have done that stuff for fun, you know. I feel like I missed an opportunity with those classes. I
Yeah.
love doing that kind of stuff.
I'm happy I did it though, cause shit, I really ain't want to be in school, so I just circled like 3 different things. I circled videography, graphic designing, and I want to say it's culinary, but I really don't like cooking. So
Yeah, I don't know. I could have used that knowledge maybe. Like
Like,
now that I'm at this point in my life,
could, but I hate cooking. I'd rather
Right.
just have somebody else cook. Like, I
I'm
hate
the same
cooking.
as you, but like that's why I need the knowledge. Because if
Yeah.
there ain't nobody there, you better have like something simple with directions on the box. That's what I need. But anyway, so you were in Skill Center, and then what happens?
Skills Center. So, first day of Skills Center. Well, first day of school, they gave me my paper. They told me I had second session Skills Center. So that was like second hour to fourth hour. So I had all the lunches and everything. So really, when they told me I had Skills Center, I got there. I ain't like it at first. But when I got into it, like 3 weeks in, I actually ended up enjoying it because the first 3 weeks, we was just really getting to know everything. So we just sit in these
Like
chairs.
looking at the program and
Yeah,
stuff like
we
that.
just sit in the chairs, not doing anything. He actually started off by having us make beats. I'm like, I don't want to make beats. I hate this shit. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. That shit take a lot of time. Like, the people that make beats, they need more recognition. 'Cause
For
that
real.
that shit take a lot of time. And I hated it. And then we got into videos. We made the little scary movie. I'm like, I actually like this shit. So, yeah, I got into it. That's how I really got into it. I shot my first video.
So you did the movie first. It was a scary movie before anything?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That was the first one.
Wow. And that's a lot different than shooting a music video, I'm sure.
Way different because you got to perfect everything. Like, I be seeing some shows where I be like, damn, he did that wrong. Like, NCIS, they was on a boat. And if you know who Timothy DiNozzo is, he had jumped. But then it cut to another scene from a different angle. I'm like, damn, he ain't jumped. He just walked right past. He just walked right over the little threshold. I'm like, I could tell a lot of different shit. Like,
And I think that, you know, like someone like you or me that actually like works in video would notice that type of thing. It makes me wonder like if that's like my video brain, but I also think that like somebody would subconsciously notice that.
Yeah.
And it just makes things feel less grounded in reality.
Yeah.
And that's just simple stuff. That's like, I think usually what would happen, because, you know, when I've edited and I've had a problem like that, maybe it's like, oh, we don't have a coverage shot for this. Like, there's nothing we can do other than just this awkward cut. Like, that's the, or it's just lazy editing. It's one or the other.
Yeah.
But like, if you go on IMDb, like they used to have it. I'm sure they still do, where it's like goofs, and they'll just have so many continuity errors for shots. Like, there's websites for that stuff, just because it's everywhere. Like, even in movies you'd think it wouldn't be there. Like, just little cuts. So I think like it's something, I've noticed it too, where if I turn my brain off when I'm watching something, I don't notice those things. But if I start thinking about it when they start cutting, It's just, you'll
I be
start
trying
noticing.
to cut it off. Like, I be trying to cut my brain off and just watch something. But I sit there, I'm like, damn. I pay attention to a lot of shit. Like,
yeah, me too.
in a lot of Detroit movies, it's a lot of fuck ups. Like, I watched one, I can't think of it. I want to say it's McGraw Ave. It was something, they was at like a little fake casino. The dude, he had on a Adidas shirt, and then it switched to another shirt, and then it switched back to the Adidas shirt. I'm like, yeah, I could tell that was
That's a
fucked
whole
up.
ass shirt, dog.
Like, this shirt got stripes and the other one don't.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I be paying attention to a lot of shit. I hate it sometimes.
Well, and the thing is, too, with a good edit with anything, it should be so good that it's something that the viewer doesn't even have to think about.
Yeah.
Like, I shouldn't even be thinking about the editing because it's done well. Same thing with music, same thing with anything. When you can tell somebody's trying a little too hard or they miss a couple things, you notice it.
Yeah.
But, like, a good, well-done piece of art or anything is flawless almost. You just look at it and it feels like it works. So, like, somebody who thinks too much shouldn't even have to think too much when they're looking at something good. So I think that's kind of what you see in there, Like, a good edit's just a good edit. It just simply is. That's why great videographers are great videographers. And, this question I didn't write down, but I realized I had to ask you. Are there any, like, people that make videos that you look up to? Are there any certain people that, like, they have a style that, they just really is on point?
TC. For our entertainment, like, his quality, like, his shit really plain Jane, but it looks so good.
Yeah. You mean just, like, in terms of, like, crispiness?
Yeah.
Yeah, because some people, and that could be, like, maybe the lens he's using, the camera, but it's probably even in the edit. Because I've noticed a lot of that, like, when I'm editing videos, sharpening, that does a lot, dog. Because I don't think most cameras have much sharpening going on the inside. But when you get, like, some kind of sharpening going on in Premiere, whatever you're using to edit, oh, man. Wow, especially when you got something that's shot in 4K, because there's so much detail there to work with. Oh. Now, do you shoot in 4K?
No, I shoot in 1080.
Okay. What kind of camera were you saying you use?
Sony A7 III.
All right. Now, how we get to that camera? Because I imagine that's not what you started with. I think you told me.
Nah, I really went to work. Like,
Yeah.
I worked at Walmart, so I was saving. Well, I got my first camera from graduating high school. I got it from my money from my open house. So
Okay.
that's how I got my first camera.
Hell yeah. You putting that money to good use, son.
Yeah. So I got my money from that. I went to school. I mean, I said I went to school. I went to work and everything for like a few months. Saved up for the camera. But I went from a Panasonic to a Sony. I had the GH5, but shit, you had to buy a lot of shit for the GH5. And then with the Sony, it's like, it's already there.
Yeah. Like, what kind of shit were you buying for just a bunch of, like, attachments and things
Yeah, you
like
gotta
that?
buy like the picture profiles and all of that. You gotta buy all that shit.
Jesus Christ, that's just complicated.
Yeah.
For, like, reasons that it don't even need to be. Like, come on.
Exactly.
You gotta buy, like, color packs?
Yeah.
Dog.
You gotta buy a lot of shit for the Panasonic. But it's actually a good camera. I'm a switcher. I'm gonna go back to it.
Yeah. And that's what you were saying before, was that you wanted to go back to Panasonic.
Yeah.
So, yeah, is there a different one you have in mind then?
It just came out with the GA6.
Okay. And that, I imagine, is a couple of steps up from the one you had before. Hopefully we still have to buy color profiles, probably.
Probably.
You're going to have to go back to that lifestyle.
Yeah, but this time I'm ready for it. So.
Yeah, you're mentally prepared.
Yeah.
That's funny. I mean, that GoPro over there, that thing is fantastic for if you're just doing like something where you want a camera you can just easily just move around, and the smoothing and stuff like that it's got
I
on
be
there.
seeing a lot of people, they be having like the little GoPros on their helmets when they on the motorcycles and all that shit.
Yeah.
So people be having it when they going swimming and everything.
It's great for action shots, but what I've noticed is great for, like, even if you do videos, if you just want somewhere I can just go whoosh, 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 like just move that thing around. With the bigger camera, you can do it, but it's like more of it doesn't feel like you can just whip that thing anywhere.
Yeah.
Those things, oh my God, they're like indestructible. You can just fling them around. So that's what I really, and it shoots 4K, all that good stuff. So it's a great investment.
I never really looked into one of them.
You wouldn't think that they're that great because they just they look like tiny little cameras, but them things, ooh, they have like even right now, when we're doing this podcast, what I realized is I could use my phone to do like a coverage shot of me and you, but it's even better if I just do the GoPro because it shoots wide. So I can just have it right there, and it's got like both of us perfectly in frame, and we got these 2 shots going on. So like that type of thing, it's perfect for the occasion because my phone ain't ever going to get that wide. And I can just plug it into the PC and it can just shoot for 2 hours. So like stuff like that, they're all pros. So I love that little thing. I would highly recommend it to anybody shooting videos. And you can get cheaper ones for like $300, but like the new ones are $500.
Okay.
So yeah.
So, yeah, I'm gonna have to get into them. From when I'm traveling and everything, I want to travel the world.
And that's the other thing. You can bring it anywhere.
Yeah, I don't want to have no big ass camera and everything.
That's my. You know what's so funny is that's why I bought it, because when I went to Chicago a couple times, and I was like, damn, dude, like both times I didn't bring my cameras because I didn't want to pack a big ass camera or like have a separate camera bag. Like, come on. But with that thing, man, just throw it inside my bag. Like I easily got a camera, and it just makes me wanna. It makes me wanna film while I'm there, just because I can whip it out my pocket, and just shoot. That's just awesome. That's like the goal for a camera for me, because phone cameras, they're nice, but they just don't compare. I can't have anybody tell me different.
With that, you gotta really tweak with like the settings, because I can show you a video.
You know, they do have those professional settings on there. Is that what you're talking about? Like where you white balance, ISO, all that stuff?
I was just looking at one. Cole Bennett did one for Lil Yachty.
Okay. And he shot it all on his phone?
Yep.
No way.
Let me see if I can. Where is it at? That boy got 5.7 million.
Okay.
And I was just looking into it. It's real nice. If this ad go away.
For real. YouTube, you about to get me flagged.
Yeah, this one, that was shot on the iPhone.
All right.
They was doing like a little behind the scenes.
This looks great already.
Yeah.
Like with the colors.
You just gotta tweak the edits. Had the latest camera, well, the latest phone.
This is all on a phone? Man, already, wow. Yeah, shot on iPhone, I see. Okay. Yeah, you wouldn't. You know what? If it didn't say shot on iPhone, I probably wouldn't have even known. I wouldn't have even guessed.
It looked real nice too.
And then Cole Bennett is fantastic. He's definitely like one of the GOATs when it comes to videos right now. He just is. I mean, like that dude, you put his name on your video and automatically you're gonna
get it. And then
get
like everybody can't get him. He gotta really want to work with you. You just can't call him like, I need you to shoot. I want you to shoot my video. He gotta really want to work with you.
But that's like what we were saying about people who make beats. To me, it's the same thing. Videographers and people who make beats. There just ain't enough recognition in both those fields. So when you have certain people that are like recognized like that, I feel like they are really putting in the work for everybody else. Like everybody else looks better because you can see the actual shit that a great videographer does. Like, damn, bro. I gotta back up a second. Saw some crazy ass edit in the corner of my eye.
Yeah, he does. Great ass job.
Well, that's why I like him, is he's real good with his, it's not just the way he shoots, but you can tell he puts a lot of thought into each little minor part of the video. Like, it's not just like an overlay or anything like that. He'll like get goofy for a second of the video and then just go back to a whole different, like, you know, and damn, like this shot right here, I'm pretty sure that's like a one shot of him just walking through this,
I think that's the gym. That's
no, yeah, right here. It's gonna cut where he's right in here. Like that's got to be on a dolly, or he's just walking backwards. But that's smooth as hell. How do you shoot that on the iPhone?
They got like a little stabilizers for iPhones.
That's what they got.
Yeah.
Cause yeah, that oneer right there, that was all just one little backup, and you'd think if you shot that on a phone, man. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And what I was saying about editing earlier, that's a great example. Like something like that, you just know it's good. You just see it and you just know it's good. Like I shouldn't have to think about all those little things that go into it because I should just know. And he's just one of those guys. Man, I'm surprised that he just did that video with Eminem because that was I remember he did a video. What song was that? It seemed like they spent, like, that was one of his higher budget videos. It definitely. That's why it stuck out to me.
I know which one you're talking about. I just can't think of the name.
I can't think of the name either.
I know which one you're talking about, though.
All right, let's continue with our actual interview. This is a real interview right now. Whose voice is the tag on your videos?
My boy, young DJ Douglas. He a rapper.
Yeah.
He an engineer. All that. He really.
Because it sounds legit. That's why I had to ask. I figured it had to be a rapper. It had to be somebody who's like comfortable being in front of a microphone.
Yeah, I had sent it to him. I'm like, bro, can you do this for me? Can you say this for me? He sent me like 10 different ones.
No, as you had choices.
Yeah.
Okay.
He sent me like 10 different ones. Some say he'd say shooting movies. Some he'd say shooting videos. Some would say he'd shooting visuals.
Oh, so you didn't even tell him what to say. He just you just told him, hey, give me a little tag, and he just popped that out. Is that what it was?
Yeah, I had sent him like a little example. I'm like, I want it to be like this, but make it sound like however you want it.
Yeah, and he just did.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And that shit really, a lot of people love it.
And then the graphic that goes with that. Did you make that or did somebody else make it?
The picture, like the little cartoon, Jimmy Barnes did, but when all the moving front and back, my cousin Maserati, he actually shoot videos too. He did it for me.
Okay. Because, those two things together, it's the perfect way to start every video.
Yeah.
It adds that little flair of, like, that it gives it, rather than sticking your little highlight in the corner or whatever it is, it just gives it your own little spin, I guess. Like, lets people know, because they're always clicking for the artist.
Yeah.
So they get to see your name right away.
Yeah, and then I got it on the beginning and I got it on the end, so you got to hear it twice.
It's like that Lyrical Lemonade type of thing. Like, it just lays it down right there.
Yeah.
It kind of, like, brands it almost. You got any, like, T-shirts or anything like that anybody can go buy?
I got stickers? I got T-shirts. I got T-shirts and hoodies right now. I'm working on the stickers and the little pins that you just put onto your shirt.
Yeah.
So I'm working on all of that right now. I got some banners I'm gonna put up around Flint. I'm actually I ain't gonna tell nobody that. I'm gonna do that by surprise.
Hear that, guys? We got a top secret.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Top secret merch coming soon.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that by surprise to get my name out here a little bit more.
All right. That's exciting. And the shirts, if somebody wants anything like that, where do they just contact you?
Yeah, they just contact me, MealeoStone, MEALEO, and then Stone.
All right. Now, I remember this question. This is one I wanted to ask you. So, when it comes to videos, I think I counted 16 in January. So, if we got 16 videos in January, that's almost 2 a day. Or one every 2 days, I mean. So, if we're doing a video every 2 days, how in the world do you stay consistent with that? Like, how is it? Do you just have your editing process down in such a way?
I really be up all night. Like, if I gotta go to work at 7 in the morning, I'm gonna be up until 1 in the morning editing. Like, my girl, she hate it. Like, she be in the room. Like, she'll sit with me for a little minute, then she'll just go in the room. I'll still be in there for like a couple hours by myself, just editing. Sometimes I'll just fall asleep right there at the table. Just because you
gotta get this done.
Yeah.
So we can get to the next video, pretty much. Like, it's a grind like that.
One time I did, actually a couple times I did 5 videos in a day.
Really?
Yeah.
And you just dropped them over the next, like, week or so, that kind of thing? That's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
You just have it all shot, and then you get in your little front of your little computer and your little, wherever your area is, and just, like, pump them out for 10 hours straight? Was it that type of thing?
Yeah, most of them take like 10 hours, like, just to edit. Like, it really don't take that long to shoot a video because some people just want them there with a whole bunch of people, so it really don't take a lot. Like, some people act, they'll take like 2-3 hours, but the editing, that's what really take like 10-12 hours.
Yeah. And whenever I do videos, how I always would charge people is I would just say, okay, here's a flat fee, and then I'll charge you per hour with the edit. So how do you gauge, like, how you should price that if sometimes an edit might take 3 hours, sometimes an edit might take 10 hours. So do you just go off, like, the same rate when you're doing the edit? You know what I mean?
I grew out the same rate.
Okay.
For right now. But I do got, like, package deals and everything, so $300, that's the start price of a basic video.
And then is it like 2 for $5? Is that what it was?
Yep, 2 for $5.
Yeah.
3 for $600. So right there, if you want like a more like out the way edits, like the one I did on my boy J Cobb, sorry for the wait. That's gonna cost a little extra. You want it back in like a day or two, that's gonna cost a little extra. You want me to go to Detroit, that's gonna cost a little extra.
Okay. And then about that, when it comes to edits, what are some videos you'd like recommend for people to check out if they want to see like where it's at with your editing?
It really depends. So like you talking about like get like a reference?
Yeah, like
have
if you just want somebody to go check it out, see like what, like if you were just to recommend your skills to somebody, hey, yo, this shit represents how good I am. Like what videos come to mind?
J Cobb, sorry for the wait. You talk about like my video?
Yeah.
J Cobb, sorry for the wait.
Okay, that's the one. You just name dropped that one too.
That's the one for sure. J Cobb, sorry for the wait. That's the one.
So you hear that, everybody? Google it right now. Go on YouTube. Go check it out. Yeah. And then also with all your videos, you said we had 10 with YNJ? Is that what it was?
No, it was like 10 with YSR Gramz.
Oh, YSR Gramz. I'm mixing them up. I got Y names on my brain.
Yeah.
YSR Gramz.
Like
10 videos. And I know that's where a lot of people be getting on board with. So with those videos, was it the first video where we saw a bunch of people start to flood in, or was it just kind of over time because with his popularity growing as we were making the videos? Because he was getting big at the same time.
It was the first one. I want to say when we started, I only had a couple hundred. He only had, I want to say, no more than 5,000 subscribers.
Man, that's dope that both you guys got the same kind of buzz off of it, too.
Yeah, but really, it was after the first video. When I shot LSP Forever, that was the second video I shot, but that was the first video that got done.
Yeah.
So when we shot LSP Forever, that one got done. We did that video at like 9. Well, we got done with it at like 9. He got it back out the next morning, like early in the morning.
Yeah.
And we dropped it. That boy did 100 and something thousand.
Damn, and that was the one.
Yeah, that was
where
the one.
That's
where I got my name from, LSP Forever.
Yeah. And that video, do you remember shooting it? Do you remember what that was like?
I remember it because I was like, when everybody know the song, that's why I'm like, yeah, this going to be the one when everybody just in the background rapping the whole song. So, yeah, that one was real cool. He had a lot of people.
So you knew while you were filming it, like you felt like this is going to be the shit. Because all these people here, they all rapping the song. It just feels like it's coming together into something cool.
That's going to make the video even better. Everybody know the song. Like some people, they'll record a song a couple hours later. Oh, I need you to shoot this video. And then don't nobody really know it.
Yeah. You know, I wish I remembered the name. But I think it was Jarek HD. I think he did a video. You know Jarek HD, don't you?
Yeah.
I thought you did.
Yeah.
He did that video with, it was Jeff Sky, and I think it might have been YSR Gramz, and then somebody else.
I know what you're talking about.
And it's a bunch of girls rapping the song. You know what I'm talking about?
That's Jeff Sky, YNJ.
I mix it up again. Look at me.
It's not Villy. Is it Villy Beretta? I don't know.
Oh, Velly Beretta? Is that what it is?
I know which one you're talking about. I know exactly which one you're talking about.
But that video, that was so memorable because they got the girls to memorize the rap verses. Yeah. Like, that's such a solid idea for a rap video.
And then when nobody think about that?
That's what I'm saying. Like, how you even come up with that?
Yeah, nobody think about that. I would have never thought about that one.
I loved it because of that. As soon as, like, you watch it, and I have to say, Jarek HD is a fantastic videographer from right around here in the area, too. Love that dude. Like, he's got great quality videos.
Top 5 for sure. Top 5 for sure.
Now tell me more about that top 5 then. Who else would you put up in there?
Me. That's all I'm going to say.
All right. I respect that. That's that rapper mentality. And you know what? That's a great question, too, because I was thinking about this. Because you're always surrounded by these rappers. You hear all these rap songs. Do you ever get it in your brain like, man, maybe I could be a rapper? You ever think about ever making a song or two?
I actually got some. I actually performed at the Vits in December. December 18th, I performed at the Vits.
No way. Okay, so
that's
recently.
That's what I thought I was going to do. Growing up, I thought I was going to either be a rapper or a firefighter.
You know what? There's another videographer named Crackalak, and that dude, he has a whole rap career.
He from Lansing?
Yes.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
That dude's he's getting big. He's getting there. I think he just hit 69K yesterday or today.
Yep, I know exactly who you're talking about.
He's got great, like, he does more than videos. He does, like, tutorial stuff, all that kind of stuff. He's really, he's dipping his feet into different places. And I did a 60 seconds interview with him a while ago, and I want to get him on the podcast, but I was bringing him up for some reason. Something about that dude. Oh, no. What were we talking about right before I brought up Crocodile?
Rapping.
Rapping, yes.
Thank
you so much. So he had a whole rap career on his belt where, like, I think it was 10 years before I met him, and he, like, showed me his CD and everything. He had a whole thing, and I just got it in my brain. Like, I bet most videographers or people who are, like, working with rappers, we all were, like, wanted to be a rapper at some point, and then we just realized, okay, I could do videos too. Maybe I'll just stick with this. But, like, deep down, that rapping is still there. Sure. Same thing with Crackalack.
With the rapping, I knew I wasn't going to be a rapper because I see people busting out, like, people had, like, 30 songs. I'm like, bro, I can't do it.
No.
I can't just sit in the studio and I don't come up with music that quick. Like, it'll take, like, a week for me to make a song.
I respect that, though, because that means you're, like, meditative over it. You're at least, like, you're giving time to it. Because some motherfuckers, dude, I talked to Gaza, the last podcast, and we had a great little part of the conversation where we talk about how, like, freestyling versus people who don't, or, like, at least on wax, on an actual track. Some people will just freestyle all the time. That's just what they do. They, like, live by it. They ain't writing nothing down. They're just gonna hop in a booth and maybe they'll go by, every 4 lines I freestyle 4 more. We just keep cutting in, like something like that. Whereas other people, like myself, man, you'd be lucky to find me freestyling in a song. Just because I'll freestyle, but I know I'm gonna say some dumb shit. It ain't gonna be, like, my best shit. And So yeah, I mean, I'm always amazed by people who just freestyling all the time. And that's the problem for me. It's like, I want to write it down. I want to write it out. So I could never just pump out a song in, like, 5 minutes, like you're saying. Some people can. No. Like, I'm at least, like, if I'm in a good creative state, I ain't got no distractions. Okay, then I can, like, flow. But, I feel like songwriting, if you're not freestyling, it's a magical thing. Like, you can do a lot with the song. So I won't blame you for taking a week to write a song, though. I'm sure that you be pumping out masterpieces. You're just hiding them from everybody.
Yeah, I ain't gonna drop them. It's just something I did a video. I dropped a video last year.
Well, that's the thing. You can film it yourself.
Yeah, I had my cousin film it. He shoot videos, too, so I had him film it.
All right.
And I edit it.
All right, so there we go. So, and that's for me. That would be like the dream if I had someone else shoot my videos. They at least just let me edit it.
Yeah.
Because I'm that way. I like editing videos. I like knowing.
I do too. Yeah, that's really one of my. I love editing more than I love going out and shooting. I love editing because I'm like, damn.
I think that's where a lot of the magic happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, like, that's where a lot of those little creative flares come out of the song. Like, where a lot of those little things where you're, like, sitting there thinking, how can I make this one little part stick out a little bit more? And that's where those creative decisions come from, where you just, like, you're not even thinking about those things when you're shooting it in person. So I think you get a lot of extra little things out of that. Like, I don't know. I think if I'm just sitting there shooting somebody and then I got, like, 5 different takes, not only am I, like, picking the best take there, but I'm thinking, like, how everything plays off of each other thing. And so editing is, like, a million different decisions that are happening all the time.
I love editing because you could be in front of a green screen, and then on the video, behind you, it'd be a whole, like, when you go to edit, you can make, like, a car blowing up, somebody in the background, like, police just... You can put so much shit, like you put a dog in there that's not really there. You can put a tiger next to you if you really wanted to. So
yeah.
I feel like that's why I like editing more than I like really shooting.
Yeah. I think so. Because I just feel like it's a lot more creative, like I'm saying. Like, hell, I didn't even realize that, like you talk about, like, when people just be sticking all kinds of... You can stick, like, a 3D dog next to, like, a Lil Yachty in a song, and I'm sure it's been done already. Like some emoji heads in the background. These are things you just can't do in real life.
Yeah.
You need an edit. You need a green screen. All right? That's how it works. We ain't no $1 million movie. Okay, we need Adobe Premiere or something like that.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
I mean, that's just what it is. With a video that has a storyline, do you come up with that yourself, or is it a collaborative process with the artist? Like, there we go. Because I know that you were saying, I saw that you charge, I think it's what, $50 extra when we got a storyline involved? Mm-hmm. And then are we just showing up and we're talking to the artist and we're like storyboarding?
That's really, I got to sit there and just put it together, like, before it even happens. Like, I really got to sit there, plan it out, watch a couple videos that might have something in that nature. So I'm like, I got to take this part from this video, take this part from this video, put all of that together. It's a process. Like, before, like, I need to hear the song a couple days before we even shoot.
Especially if you're doing a story.
Yeah.
Because, like, I know, is it like that with every song? Just in general?
Some of them I can really just come up with a storyline right there.
Okay.
Like, I just did one for DSE Pablo. He had his own storyline, but I kind of tweaked it a little bit. So that was cool. We put that.
Yeah. That's fun because, I mean, like, when you got a storyline, you got a little bit more of, like, a focus, I feel like. It's like that even with the rap. Like, you know, if we're just not rapping about anything, then whatever. But if I got, like, bullet points I got to go off of, now we got a little bit of a challenge. Like, okay, so I got to shoot you walking in here. I got to shoot these guys fighting each other. Like, there's different little avenues to go down.
You got to get it from different angles. Say you got somebody throwing a punch, you got to get that from, like, in front of them. They got to throw a punch at, like, the camera, and you got to switch angles to show them, like, hitting somebody. So it's a lot that come with it with this video shit. So
it makes you feel like a real director.
Yeah, it really do.
Like, damn, I'm a professional or something.
I can shoot a movie.
Right, which you did. You did. Now, did you shoot more movies than that? Was it just that one, or did we shoot a few?
Let me see. HMR Rich Baby. That was, we planned that one out. DSE Pablo. Let me see, which other ones that we planned out? I don't know. I really shot a lot of videos. And some of them I be forgetting I even shot because they've been so long ago.
There was one I pulled up that had, like, some kind of robbery going on, and there was a gun involved.
That's the one Rich Baby.
That was that one, okay.
You talking about when somebody opened up, like, a cabinet and they just... in the camera right there?
Yep.
Yep, that's Rich Baby. HMR Rich Baby, my boy.
Yeah. And do you have, another thing is, do you, like, develop relationships with a lot of these artists that you're working with?
Oh, yeah.
Because I imagine, like, you're doing multiple videos with them anyways. So.
Yeah, like I said, YSR Gramz, I ain't really know him before shooting LSP Forever, so I didn't know him, but our parents knew each other. J Cobb, he real cool. I call him. We just talk on the phone about nothing. OT Love, that's one. YNTM Fats, Money Boy Mark, Chino Cash, YNCM Gouda. Like, I met them through, like, videos. Like, it said Money Boy Mark and YNTM Fats. I actually know them for real. But a lot of people, I did get good relationships from a lot of artists. Like BBD Arte, before he passed, I had a real good relationship with him. He was real cool people.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Yeah, rest in peace to my boy.
Now, also, are you ever fans of these people? When you start hearing their songs, you ever like go, oh shit, this actually ain't that bad? You ever like start listening to these rappers outside of even just shooting?
I listen to a lot of rappers. Like, even some rappers that I don't shoot for, I listen to them.
Yeah.
Like, I listen to... most of my music come from Flint. Like, in my Apple, oh, that's going to be Flint people for real.
I don't blame you. I got to respect that, too. Because some people, like, you know, most people, honestly, there's a few, like, the big names are the ones that they know, and they don't really know very many other rappers. And there's so much talent around here.
Oh, yeah. Like, I can name a few of them. There's so many that's real good, and some of them be, like, younger than me.
Yeah.
They real good. Like, for example, I ain't even gonna say nobody that I shot videos for. Let me see who I haven't shot a video for. Wave P, he real cool. I like his music.
Wave P.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what's his music sound like?
I don't know. He's like Lil Durk type.
Okay. All right.
He don't got like just one type of sound.
Nah, he's like experimental, like that type of thing. I feel like that's where it's at too, honestly. Like there's got to be more of that going on around here, if you ask me, because I think rap is bigger than rap at this point, and it's been bigger than rap for a long time. Like it ain't really about that. It's the same thing that rock music has went through in the past. And so when that's the case, like don't even think of it like a rap song. Think of it like anything. And something I heard from another person, the name's not dawning on me, but they said, he said he doesn't listen to rap that much. It was Lil Twain. It was the rapper Lil Twain from around here. But he said that he don't listen to a bunch of different types of rappers that much. He listens to like rock music, all kinds of stuff.
That's the dude. He got tattoos on his face.
Yeah,
I know who you're talking about.
But he said the exact quote was, I believe, if you listen to Kurt Cobain for 3 weeks, you're gonna hop on 808s and sound like Nirvana. Like that's just what it is. You're a product of the shit you listen to. And so I think a lot of that comes from, if you just listen to a ton of different shit, don't even try to write like hard ass raps. Just go into it with whatever type of mindset. I think that's where you get a lot of creative stuff. That's where you get a YNJ, a YSR Gramz. Who's a BFB to Pac-Man? He sticks out quite a bit because he's always himself. That's just what it is. He's not trying to be anything else. And so I really respect that. And I think that's what makes people stick out in general, is when they're actually willing to branch out and do different type of shit. Is there anybody else that comes to mind from around the area that you're a big fan of?
Let me see. Who can I really say? Tay Boogie.
Tay Boogie. Yeah. I know that name.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great name.
All right. There's another one. His name 3600 Wood.
Okay. 36. Is that all one word? Or is it 3600 Wood, you said?
It's Wub. W-U-B.
Oh, Wub.
Yeah.
3600 Wub.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, that's got a sound to it.
Yeah.
That makes me want to know what he sounds like.
He actually got he coming out with a mixtape. Who is 3600 Wood? So he got a mixtape coming out real soon.
Okay. Who is 3600 Wood?
Yeah.
And that's my question I'm asking right now. I gotta hear that tape. Yeah. All right. And then where we go? I already asked that. Boom, because I'm a professional. Now, how long does it usually take to film the video then? Because we kind of got the edit part down, but like we usually showing it up and it only takes like a couple hours then. It's usually like a short little film.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to imagine.
It's not going to take that real long for like a lot of people, they just stand there. Some people, they act it out, but for the most part, a lot of people just really stand there. They have a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of weed, money, guns, a lot of that stuff. But it ain't nothing wrong with that because that's what really catch people's eyes.
That's true.
So there's nothing wrong with that at all. But a lot of people, you got them older people that be like, I want to see them. If they say something, they doing something, I want to see them doing that.
Yeah. And so what? They're just like, they're more focused on the specifics of the video, you mean? They're like, hey, make sure you get this. Make sure you get this.
Somebody say something about riding a Rolls Royce. They want to see a Rolls Royce and everything.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Like, make sure you put this in this specific little part. Whereas other people, they just like, you just show up and it's like, okay, I get a camera on us. We all good. Like,
yeah, like some people, like I just shot one for my cousin. He like, I don't really want to do this song because I said something about Amiri off the gallery department, off the something. He like, I ain't got that on, so I don't really want to shoot this song. And everybody like, bro, you don't have to have on exactly what you said in the song.
But I mean, hey, if you are saying like, fucking, I got this dope ass watch on, I got all these chains on, all this shit, and then in the song you just wearing like some scrubs. I mean, fuck.
But that's where I feel like if people really know you, they gonna know you got it. Like you can't say, I just bust down my neck. Like that's me. I got a chain that's worth like $20,000. Yeah. And you don't. Like some people gonna know like you lying. Like
yeah. Really. And that's kind of the fun part of rap, anyways. Is we are just talking shit.
Yeah. A lot of people just be talking.
Yeah.
But some people they take it literal.
And good for them. Good for them. Hey, at least they ain't just talking.
Yeah, but sometimes you gotta fake it till you make it.
That's true. That's true. And I think it's a mindset too.
Yeah.
I think if you just put yourself there, I mean, it's kind of something that I respect about. Like, you don't see that in many places but rap. It's like a whole culture around just talking shit. Like, that's what it is.
Especially right now. Like, in this time, that's all they doing right now. And some people, they know how to do it.
That's right. That's what it really is. Is like the ones who know how to do it well stick out in the end. The ones who don't know how to do it well are the ones that are making it look bad. Because it really is an art to talk your shit. I swear to God it is. Like, not everybody can do that so well. But if you're talking your shit well, you make people do that stank face. They can't believe what they hear. All right. Oh my gosh. Man, I'm like I think I did most of my questions already. I got like 3 left. I did half of them without even looking. I'm so proud of myself right now. Boom. What video that you've done that you're most proud of? We did that one. Oh my God, I didn't even realize. What is the most difficult part of filming music videos? What's the hardest part? I imagine if we just delete editing, we're not thinking about editing. What's the hardest part when you're there on location?
Getting everybody on time.
Ah, yes.
That's what it is.
And you have a fee. You have a late fee. And when I saw that, I thought, man, this guy, he's dealt with some shit.
Yeah.
Like, you already know
really.
when somebody's got a late fee, they have had people show up like an hour and a half late expecting.
Some people dance. You have some people, you ask them like a few hours before, like, we still shooting. They be like, yeah, when the time come. They be like, damn, I fell asleep. Like, bro, you knew what we had to do. So that's why I put the little late fee on there. And then some people, they'll just not say nothing at all.
Well, it makes them accountable. That's what's smart about it. Because, like, if you don't lay that down right off the bat, I think a lot of people would just not. They would do that. They would, I slept in, bro, my bad.
I don't think I have as many videos as I got right now if I didn't really put like that into my.
That's true, because you'd have a lot of no-shows.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And people just be like that. I mean, I wonder, too, I don't know, is that a Flint thing or is that just an everywhere thing? I really wonder sometimes.
I wonder that,
You travel, so.
Like, I seen a video, I want to say it was a little baby. He had got into it with somebody because he was late.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's happened on all levels.
Yeah.
I bet, like, even famous people.
And then I can't remember who it was. Somebody said they was at a studio waiting for a certain rapper for like 7 hours and they never showed up. So I think it's really on every level.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it, dude. And then it's just unfortunate. It's not a good look.
Yeah, it's not at all.
That's the real thing.
'Cause that's gonna make people not want to really work with you ever again.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I get like 10, 15 minutes. But once we pass that point, I think your rule is, what, 30 minutes?
30 minutes.
And that's reasonable. But, like, yeah, if we get past 30 minutes and I'm still waiting here for y'all to show up, I mean, yo, what's going on?
Yeah, and then some people
you put it on your calendar or something?
Yeah, some people would send me, like, a location. I'd be sitting there for, like, 30 minutes. And then 35 minutes ago, they'd be like, I'm down the street, I'm pulling up. I'd be like, I already left. I left, like, 5-10 minutes ago.
Yeah. And you know what it probably was? They probably were like, oh shit, it's just over 30 minutes. I better text them and say I'm almost there.
Like,
and they was probably like 15 minutes away still, that type of thing. Like, they're just trying to keep you there
They're
longer.
like, I'm down the street 20 minutes ago, bye.
I know what down the street means.
Yeah. Down the street means you about to leave the house.
That is what that means. And that's why I say, like, I'm so familiar with this. I wonder if it's just a here thing. Because, like, I don't know. People just be late. Dog. FanDuel. You've been posting about FanDuel on Facebook, and so I have to ask you, like, you just deleted it, so you have a relationship with this app. Could you tell people a little bit about, you know, what it is with you and FanDuel?
I don't know.
I mean, something's going on there. Are you just addicted? Is it like a drug for you?
Yeah, it really is.
It must be.
It really is. I love gambling, but I don't like going to casinos. Like, shooting dice, I never shoot dice again a day in my life. I ain't shot dice since I was like 14. Hate doing it. FanDuel, you would hit on some lucky shit, and then next one, you would mess up by like one parlay, like one one parlay, and it just fuck everything up. So I really hate FanDuel. I lost like 1,000 last week.
But did you make a lot of money, and so you just kept going? Was it that type of thing?
I'm negative now. So, yeah, I had to delete it. Then I kept bet like $50 games, $100 games. I'm like, damn, I'm losing a lot of money, and I'm not getting it back.
That's gambling for you.
Yeah,
It blew my mind when they had gambling phone apps to begin with. I was like, oh, this is a thing now? Because I was just hanging out with a friend, and he was, like, sitting on his phone, and then, like, an hour later, he's like, I just made $150. And I was talking to him the whole time. So, like, that blew my mind, just that's even a thing that happens. Betting on sports, I get it. Is that what FanDuel is? Like, that's how little I know. Okay, so we're betting on, and I know Jeff Sky is always posting about FanDuel. He's always, like, trying to get people on that, too. So, it's just, like, it is what it is. I mean, if you have
It's
great...
risky. It's real risky.
Exactly. Because if you just have great intuition, maybe. Like, you never really know, but if you just, if you're a really good guesser, then maybe.
I had one. Let me see. I had one. Well, for the most part, when I first started FanDuel, I bet like $10 on there. I closed my app and forget I even got it. But one time, I hit for like $1,000. I said, I'm finna do this shit. I lost that. I lost some more money. And I lost some more money. I hit again. And I lost. I kept losing. I'm like, yeah.
You know what's so funny is like the way you talk about it, it reminds me of stocks. It's like the same thing. Like when people start buying stocks, they'll go up a little bit and they'll be like, yo, I could just buy stocks every day.
Yeah.
And then they get all invested in it and then they lose just as much money as they got and they're like, oh, I get it.
Last time I bet was in Miami and Charlotte. I thought, no, it wasn't. No. Well, whichever team, I had two parlays. How I do it, I always use two parlays. One of them got one team winning, one of them got the other team winning. So I bet on one of them. I cashed out on the one I thought was going to lose because they was down by so many points.
Yeah.
And they ended up winning. So I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm done. I'm fucking all that shit. I'm like, I'm done. These motherfuckers was just down by like 20-something in the third quarter. They supposed to be losing. So, yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm done.
It's like the universe played you.
Yeah, and that one was for like $4,000. So I'm like, damn.
That'd be painful. That sounds painful.
Terrible.
It hurts to...
Terrible.
Because when you win, it's so nice. You're like, I could do this forever. But then when you lose, it's like the opposite but worse. It's just worse. It feels
damn,
so
I'm never
bad.
going to get that money back.
And it's all because of just a simple bet that you didn't even have to place. That's what hurts about it.
Yeah.
And like, but you know, that's... No harm, no foul. I mean, you got to lose in order to win. You got to know what it is.
I know a lot of people, they made like $20,000 off of this shit. I'm like, damn, I'm not making shit. I'm finna quit.
Yeah.
Like, I hate losing money.
That's true. That's true. And a lot of people probably losing money on there. That's probably the business model.
That's where they're getting all their money from everybody losing. Like, I hate losing money.
We all hate losing money, though. We all hate losing money. That's why I stay away from those things. I have, like, my friend always tells me, even with lottery tickets, he'd be like, yo, start buying lottery tickets. I'm like, no, dog. I can't even, because I know, like, I got an addictive personality. I start buying lottery tickets, I'm just going to go down that rabbit hole. I can't even, I just stay away altogether.
With that, it's a way to break even. Like, I know people that buy the whole rows of, like, $2 lottery tickets, so that'd be like $200 to $400 to $600. It really depends on how many in that row. Like some people buy a brand new roll and spend like $300, but they're gonna make that money back.
Okay. I had a friend who was telling me you always buy ones, you go in with somebody or you see somebody else scratch theirs off, lose, and if they lost, that's when you buy them. That's what he was like living by this. He always told me, like, because he always wins lotteries. Like, how do you do this? And he told me his strategy was just wait till someone buys one and loses, and just statistically speaking, you're more likely to win. That was his strategy. But I guess you're talking people buying whole rolls.
Yeah, they buy the whole roll.
God damn, that's an investment right there.
It is. It's just like Sports betting.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but some motherfuckers be winning. Most motherfuckers be losing.
Yeah, but with the lottery, you can win more just off of $20. Because nobody gonna win like $1 million off of betting $20 on FanDuel. You'll probably make like 10,000 if you bet 20, but $1 million. Like it was a lady, she just won like 1.7 million in Mount Morris.
Damn, how much did he bet? Do you know?
She did the little, what is it? She actually played the lottery. She didn't do the scratch off. She played the lottery.
Okay.
So it was probably like $1, $2.
Damn.
She won $1 million.
Damn, all $2. Oh my God. Yeah. But those are the stories that's gonna get me to start losing my money.
Yeah,
That's
me too.
what it is.
'Cause I'm thinking about it. I'm like, damn, I want to go buy a $20 scratch off and see where I get.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm amazed I've held off for this long because I've had people tell me so many times like just do it once. I'm like no. My dad always says first time buyers are first time winners. That's how he tries to get me.
Not at all.
I know
Not
he's a liar. But.
Not at all. Nope, I done lost so much money off of that. Off of scratch off sports betting, I done lost so much money.
But hey, one day you might just win all that money back off one
Hopefully.
ticket.
That's why I'm just waiting for my time because my luck just happens out of nowhere. Like if I get lucky, it's just gonna happen out of nowhere. Like I'm not thinking about it. It just happens.
Has this occurred before? That's where it always happens?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Like I was saying with the YSR Gramz, that was just my luck. I shot his video. I blew up.
Yeah, you're right. And that was just off rip. That was right there. And before you shot the video, even when you just heard the song, were you thinking like, oh, this might... Because the song was the song popular before the video came out?
It was unreleased.
Oh, okay. So it all dropped at once.
Yeah, so the people that he knew, they knew the song.
I see.
But yeah, the song it wasn't on no mixtape, nothing. He ended up dropping it on the mixtape after we ended up shooting it.
Yeah. So, but it's an organic thing. I try to let life be that way. Yeah. Like life is a freestyle, and so you shouldn't go into things with expectations. And that way, you know, it's like if you ever saw the Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie where he tells his little brother, like, you know, don't be like an A student, get D's. Because then when you get an A, they're all impressed. Like you just, you know, you go in with bad expectations. You don't expect much. And then when great things happen, you're like, whoa, like, this is awesome. I think that's a way to go by. Yeah. And it just makes everything a little more special. I can't believe it. I did all my questions already. But is there any topics? 'Cause I know you wanted to do a podcast. Is there anything that's been on your mind you want to tell the world about? You want to?
I just wanted to come in here and like, something just have like a whole bunch of questions out of the ordinary. I never really just had like a specific anything.
Yeah.
But
you just know you want to do a podcast.
Yeah, I just always wanted to be like talking in front of a camera. Like I'm always behind the camera, but sometimes I had like this little shy moment. Like I don't want to be in front of no cameras. Like I'm shooting somebody's video, they were like shooting visuals, like they have me in their background. I'm like, I don't want to be in this video.
Because you ain't in that
mode.
I
put my head down, like, I don't want to be, or I just say what's good and just walk away from,
That's how I'd be if I'm like, you know, if I smoke too much weed. You put any camera on my face, I'm gonna be like, I'm all conscious about it. I was gonna say drunk, but if I'm drunk, you can throw
If I'm drunk, I'm gonna be on camera, yeah.
But if I'm high, I don't.
If I'm high, I'm gonna be somewhere asleep. If I'm drunk, I ain't gonna be able to feel my legs, but I'm gonna be everywhere. I'm gonna be in everybody's camera, but if I'm high, don't put a camera in my face.
You said somewhere asleep.
Yeah,
I respect that. Yeah, I feel that one too. But yeah, no, I get that. I get that. You definitely, I tell everybody, man, if you do want to be in front of a camera, you want to do the podcast thing, you already got a little bit of following. Like, you could just throw that on your channel easily.
Yeah, a lot of people
pop a microphone in front of you, you know?
A lot of people that ask me, like, I got some, like, when I first started, I did a couple interviews. Like, I did the Crispy Life Kid interview when I was first starting.
Okay.
Now, I used to do vlogs and everything. I did one for Crispy Life Kid and Cliff Mack when they did the I Ain't Letting Shit Slide. I actually did a vlog for that video. But a lot of people, they were like, why you don't do interviews? I'm looking for the right location.
I see.
Location is everything. I don't want to just be in front of a white wall.
Yeah.
Like,
well, even that was now this isn't much, and there's still room for improvement.
It's still different.
But
this
it's
is not
different.
a white wall.
Exactly, and the difference is like when you first walked in, that was one of the first things I even said to you was that these walls weren't here when I came in here, and I did one podcast where before I had this room built in this house, and I actually, you know what, I did a couple, but the first one I did, I shot straight back into the room. And I just knew as soon as I posted it, like...
I was just saying, oh, that's real cool. Like, this just brings out something. Like, little patterns like this. You can have a green screen right here and everything.
Exactly.
Black screen is just, I don't like white walls.
Yeah, well, you just want...
It just look plain.
By location, you just mean, like, something with an atmosphere.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, something that's more than... like that's why I was going into I just had my bedroom. And to me, that didn't mean anything. Like, that doesn't scream podcast. It screams, I stuck 2 cameras up, and I just went.
And I just did it right then and there. But, yeah, a lot of people, they were like, why you don't do interviews? Why you don't have a studio? I don't really want a studio. That's going to be, if I ever get a studio, that'll be the last thing I ever do. But the interviews, I'm for sure doing more interviews in the summer.
And with that, is that just a matter of you just rolling up, popping out some questions, shooting an interview, and then we post it like that? Like, is there, do you do an editing process with your interviews or anything like that?
For the interviews, it's mostly, it go in order, so I really don't got to really edit for real. But with, I do something called, live from the fly.
Okay.
I just pick a location. Right now, I'm doing them on... Well, I ain't even gonna say where I'm doing them. A lot of people be having a lot of problems with people. So I do them.
Keep it confidential.
Yeah, I do it at an unknown location. If you know where it's at, you know where it's at. If not, oh well. So yeah, I do live from the flies there. I just set a mic right there, and there'd be rapping their song. So it's like a music video, but then again, it's like a promo because it's not like a real music video. I'm not throwing no edits on there.
It's just one shot.
Yeah, real 4. I say I'm in front of him, and then I'm on the side, and then I'm got the camera looking down, and then the other one is probably gonna be under. So it's really 4 scenes.
Do you do different takes then too when you're doing that? So you just do a one way through, one way through, one way through.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. So that's still a little intricate though.
Yeah, it's just like promo.
Yeah, that's not bad though. Cause that, you know what? That actually, I've seen a bunch of it's usually when a rapper does a freestyle video, freestyle in parentheses, because it usually ain't a freestyle. That's usually what that type of thing is. Like they'll do one shot, and I imagine those types of things are obviously cheaper than a full-on music video too. I would guess.
Yeah. Promo video is way cheaper. If you want a promo video, let me know.
How much would you charge for it? Is it just based on?
With the promo videos, it's based on how long how long your song is for real.
Yeah, I would guess that because I mean, if it's a minute long, that's 4 minutes. If we're doing 4 shots, if it's 5 minutes long, that's 25 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty big difference. Okay, all right. And then what I was gonna say too is, with the podcast, man, I don't know if you got the equipment. But, for real, location, not much you have to do, really. I mean, if you got, first of all, Anchor.fm, that is a website at which you just go on there. You can upload, for me, you can record them on your phone straight into an app and upload it that way. I wouldn't recommend it, though. Reaper, what I'm using right here, is free. It has a fee, but as long as you don't have the latest version, the trial is one of those trials that just keeps going on. So... I just do a simple little edit of the audio. That way I can, and if you want to do a little more radio show type of thing, that's how you would do it. You just use a little program like that, record into there.
You said this called Reaper?
Reaper, yeah. Okay. And that's also good for videos too, honestly. If you got to do any audio editing for videos, what it is a DAW, which is a digital audio workstation, which it's, anything that anybody's making anything on, like beats, or I'm sure when you made beats for that little amount of time, you probably messed with some kind of DAW, like Fruity Loops, all those kinds of things. But so you just hop on there and then you mix the audio. You can upload it from there, and if you're shooting videos, pop a camera on you. I'm sure that you could just do a podcast in audio, but people like seeing what's going on. So just popping a camera on you and simply doing that will pull all of it way out of just that audio sphere into like, throw it on YouTube, and then people are just going to click on it. And you already got subscribers, so people are going to click on it.
Exactly.
And I think what the real effective thing is, and this is why I love doing podcasts, is most of the people I talk to don't have a podcast or anything like that. They want to do one, but they don't have, like, they feel like they don't have the right type of, but like, it puts a face or it puts a personality to whatever that thing is. So like people are subscribed to you and they know you make videos and they see your videos, but they don't know like the dude behind it until they actually do. So you just go on there and you talk for like an hour, and that just makes people connect with you in a whole different type of way. And I think like as a videographer, you could talk about all types of things that, people would be interested in. And just randoms are like FanDuel, you know what I mean? Like just bring random things up. So I think it's a great idea for anybody.
Yeah.
And if you're interested in getting in front of a camera and doing it, best recommendation is to just do it. Like don't overthink it, because then you're going to think about it forever and you're never going to do the podcast.
Yeah,
and that's what everybody does. They all say they want to do it. So just go for it, man. I'm telling you. And you don't even need a crazy good microphone. I mean, you can start with your phone mic and maybe step up later. But it's all about just being you, really, because people will connect with you as long as you just do you. You don't have to overthink it and try to be cool. Just hop on there and fucking talk about whatever it is you're thinking about that week. Guests too. You're always hanging out with rappers, so you got an easy chance to get guests. And that's where the magic happens too. Because if I just sat in front of this thing and just talk myself, it wouldn't be nothing like this. You get a whole different type of vibe from everybody, and I think that's a big part of it. And everything's connections, as you know. That's where it all popped off for you, is connections. That's where it pops off for everybody. So just go for it, man. If you think about podcasts, just go for it. And I guess I feel like I feel it in the air. I feel the conclusion. I feel it wrapping up. So I got to ask you then, do you have any final statements for any people at home? You got anything that you want people to remember from this conversation from you?
Take a risk.
There we go.
That's it. Take a risk.
Take a risk, boys and girls. Don't overthink it. Just do it. Nike got it right. And then where can people find all your stuff?
My YouTube, MealeoStone Visuals. So it's MEALSTONE Visuals, VISUALS.
All right. And then you on Instagram? Anywhere else?
It's the same thing for everything. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all the same thing.
All right. And then how often can we expect those videos to drop? We staying consistent? We staying every 2 days?
At least 3 videos a week.
All right.
I'm dropping at least 3 videos a week this whole year. Like right now, like I got 95 days to shoot 22 more videos. I know I'm going to do it, but that's just something I know I'm going to do. Like I really want to shoot at least 300 videos this year.
I love that, because when you set a goal like that, it really pushes you to do it.
Like even if I don't make it, I know I'm gonna shoot at least half. I know I'm gonna shoot at least 100 videos, but 300, I know that's what I want to do for real.
Yeah.
Like I don't care how long it's gonna take. I want to do it.
300 in a year is a lot. Whoo!
It is. Like some of the days I could bust out 2 videos a day.
See, and like you were saying off the air, right before we started, a lot of it is just finding rappers who got songs that they need videos for. Because as long as you got people lined up, you could probably just keep pumping them bad boys out. That's just all you need. You need like every single week, you need to film those 3 videos so you can edit those 3 videos. It's essentially that, So yeah. Power to you, man. I'm sure you'll make it happen. It's just so many.
I'm gonna make it happen. I gotta make it happen. That's just something I really want to do. That's gonna make me know, like, I'm really here. Like, cause a lot of people, they like, oh, you MealeoStone. I love your videos. Like, I was just at work. Like a random dude, he about in his 30s, a little bit old, so he got like 10 years on me. So he said, you the dude that shoot the videos, ain't you? I'm like, yeah. So just that happening, I know my name getting out there more.
Yeah, man. That means a lot.
Yeah, it really do. Like, that shit, it fucked my head up. I ain't think a lot of people really knew who I was.
Well, you're the guy behind the camera too, so I'm sure that just someone saying those words in public, you went, whoa, 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 whoa. Like, it's not like you're a rapper. Like, you're the videographer. So for people to be calling you out, like, you must be popping or something.
Yeah.
And you got some local popularity too. Like, I didn't really think about that until just now.
I didn't think about it either. Like, a lot of people, they were like, you really don't know who you are. I don't. I don't. I feel like I'm just the same lame ass kid from school.
Yeah, but I'm sure everybody who's got a little bit of clout feels that way. You know, like we think about like famous people like they're aliens or something, but really they just as insecure, they're just as everything as we all are. Like, they're just as human as you are.
Exactly.
And so when you get in a position where you are kind of making these connections and you are meeting all these people, it doesn't even feel like you went anywhere to you.
Shit, it's real crazy. Like, RMC Mike, I ain't think he knew who I was. He just seen me out. He said, "Why we ain't got no videos together?"
That's
I'm like,
dope.
I don't know.
He's like, you're right.
Yeah, like, I really ain't think people knew who I really was, for real.
I felt the same way. Like, when I started doing interviews, that's really, I'm telling you, a lot of it is the connections and the collaboration, because it's, you know, this guy saw this video that you made and he remembers that from like 6 months ago. Like, it's random connections that are made from the work that you do, because I started doing interviews and then now I'm doing podcasts. But when I was doing the interviews, dude, I can't even tell you how many times I would have people message me like, yo, I didn't even know who this guy was until I saw your 60 Seconds With episode with this guy. Or, like, even with podcasts, yo, I didn't even know who this guy was until I watched this podcast, and now I'm like one of their biggest fans. Whatever it is, you can't predict those things that beforehand, but every single little thing you do just builds another piece of that puzzle.
Exactly.
Yeah, it really adds up. So every single video you do, and that's why your consistency is so impressive, because, I mean, there's so much to talk about there. It's never nothing to talk about. It just keeps going. And I think that's a big thing that would keep that train moving, you know? People are always, you're bound to grow if you continue to do it, because you're going to meet more people, you're going to make more connections. There'll just be more of that, yo, that's, I want to get it right, MealeoStone?
Yep.
Yeah, Emilio, like Emilio, like the Mexican name.
That's really weird. That's where it came from, Emilio Estevez.
There you go. That's not your real name, is it?
No.
I was going to say, I would have never guessed that.
I think Emilio Estevez, I think he like an actor or something.
That's great, though. It comes from Emilio Estevez.
Yeah.
Emilio, that makes a lot more sense now. Now I get it.
Yeah, that's my dad's name. But our name, we got the same name, but my name spelled different from his.
Okay. Emilio. And then Mealeo Visuals. MealeoStone.
MealeoStone,
Visuals.
yeah. His name Mealeo, my name Mealeo. His nickname was Stone, so when I was a kid, I used to call myself Young Stone. So shit, I always had the name.
There we go.
His name was always MealeoStone, but when I got into this business, I was like, fuck it, my name MealeoStone.
I'm amazed that wasn't one of my questions. Like, that's such an obvious one. Where does the name come from? That's a fun fact right there.
Yeah, I got it from my pops. His name MealeoStone. I'm a little Mealeo, so everybody say I look like him, I act like him, I walk like him, talk like him, everything. So I'm like, shit, fuck it.
MealeoStone is a great name, too. It's got a ring to it. Ain't nobody's stealing that from you. Like, it's what I always say this about Ruse. Like, it's too simple. Like, I could get that shit trademarked. MealeoStone. That is beautiful. It's a shame you're not a rapper, because, I mean, boom, there it is. Again, nobody's stealing it. You throw that on a CD, and immediately I'm like, MealeoStone.
I don't even know one MealeoStone. Well, really it's two, but a lot of people really gonna know one. Like the older people, they gonna know my pops.
Yeah. So, yeah. Was he an artist?
No, he was really. Let me see. I don't know what he was, but he got like. He always been in the music business. Like my uncles, they in the music business. Like Project Born, my uncle, my pops, he can show you a contract that he got with Insane Clown Posse.
No,
like
shit.
Insane Clown Posse was under them.
Your uncle?
Yep.
Was it? Do you know what record label it was? Do you have any idea?
Right now, they stuff called Plugged Records.
Okay. Man, so you've kind of had your little hooks in the industry, throughout your family, pretty much.
Exactly. My cousin, Gooby Black, he rap. He from here, but he live in Dallas right now. Project Born, they a little older crowd. They was out when Insane Clown Posse. When they really got hot, they got a lot of music together. So yeah, I've been in the music business for a long time.
Yeah.
It took me to go to class to actually get in it for real.
That's interesting. So, like, before that, you didn't have any interest in, like, working with music at all? Like, never before that?
I wanted to be a rapper. I always thought I was going to be a rapper.
Oh, right. But that was what really flipped it into the videos.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I wanted to be a rapper for the most part, but then I started doing videos. I'm like, I don't want to be a rapper. Like, because a lot of people... Well, me, this dude named Deuce that I grew up with, my brother, and this dude named Bradley, I'll always make songs with them, but I never put them out. So that's one reason why I'm like, I don't want to be a rapper, because I'm never going to put my music out there.
See, but you could, man. You never know.
I could, but it's like, for me, I really don't want to, because I don't know. I come from a different, it's like, my mama, she raised me. But she ain't gonna think I'm gonna be a rapper. Like, she don't really know nothing about me, but I want to be a rapper for real.
You think she
was like, what the fuck, where this shit come from? Like, that's not you, but it's really me. Like, she'll think it's not me, but it's really me. Like, it's something I've been wanting to do since I was a kid. Like, she'll probably tell you that wasn't me, but it's really me.
Okay, so I imagine then that some of it must come from that. Like,
Yeah.
It's just she got it stuck in your head. Like, I can't put this stuff out there. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Nah, she wrong though. See, if it was me, with my situation, my mom just never really even seemed to care, and I kind of was just like, whatever. But I guess that was probably luck of the draw, because I'd rather that than have my mom tell me, man, what are you doing? Like, take this serious. You ain't no rapper.
Yeah, that's why I never really did, because I never, like,
that would have fucked me up.
Yeah, she never really, like, a lot of people, they'd be like, I watch a lot of interviews. Somebody mommy was like, hey, I was cleaning his room. I found a lot of music with him with a whole bunch of cuss words and shit like that. But that was really never the case. Like, my mama really never found me writing no music.
Yeah.
So it's like she probably had never think, like, I ain't thinking me to be a cameraman. Like, I didn't know nothing about cameras.
Yeah.
So
until you were behind one doing
exactly. Until I went to school. Like, I could never tell you how many camera brands that there was. Like, I never knew about Sony. Like, I never knew about Canon, Nikon, Panasonic. I never heard about none of these people.
Yeah.
Like, none of these brands. Like, I always heard about Sony, but, like, Canon, Nikon, all of them, I never heard about them until I started making videos.
Yeah, and it takes something like that usually. Like, for me, I swear to God, I'm a tactile learner. Like, as soon as I'm in that moment and I'm doing it, like, that's where I figure it out. It's kind of why I like rapping. It's because it's all that. It's being in the moment, and it's just really making everything work in its own way. I almost think that it's the same muscle that you flex when you're doing anything creative. Like, if you're filming a video, you're still kind of thinking with that type of rapper freestyle mentality. Like, how do we make this moment work in the best way?
Yeah.
And so, I think that for me, that's kind of why I've always liked doing both things. I try to shoot videos, like, as much as I can, like, for myself, if I can, every time, just because it's fun. Like, it feels like I'm throwing it all together. It's coming out my brain. And so, and I never really did, it's when I think about, like, my rap origins, I don't think there was ever really a moment that it truly happened. I think it just kind of blossoms over time with those types of things. Like, you realize that something fits, and so you just kind of go with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad that it stuck with the rapping for me, but even with, like, podcasts, like, it's just something that I realized, like, I realize that I'm doing something that other people just aren't doing, and that's what really pushes me to do it. Like, I would think that other people would do these types of things, but you don't see a bunch of, like, high quality local material. You just don't see it. And so when you're one of the people that's putting it out, you feel like you almost have, like, a duty. And so I mean, I'm sure you look at videos the same way, but I promise you, man, those raps that you're putting out that you got hiding, there's some value in there. You wrote them, so you don't know that value. But if it's the same creative mind that's pushing out all these videos, I already know that there's some deliberate stuff in there. You know, you're definitely thinking it out. So, you know, you can only rag on yourself so much.
Yeah.
You know they dope. You know they're dope because otherwise you wouldn't have wrote them. I know how it is. I know how it is. I'm telling you, just randomly surprise everybody and just drop a mixtape. You got enough songs. You can just do a whole tape out of nowhere.
I got enough.
Don't even promote it. Just be like that guy.
I got enough for like 2.
2 tapes. That's what I'm saying, man.
It's just I don't put it out.
I know. You're like blue balling everybody.
Yeah, I got like stuff from. I done did music in like 2019 that I never dropped.
It's just building up over time because you're making more. And you did a live show. So, like, the people who saw you live, they probably didn't realize how exclusive that was.
Yeah.
Like, that was a rare occasion.
Yeah, I was drunk.
Yeah, I bet you were.
I was drunk.
Is that what compelled you to do it?
Yeah, it was the Patron. It was just, I'm like, fuck it. I asked one of the promoters. I say, bro, I'm trying to perform right now. How much you want? I gave him the money. I'm like, fuck it. All right, give me the mic.
You hear that, everybody? You get him drunk and he'll rap for you. That's what you do. You gotta get him drunk.
Yeah, the DJ was like, nigga, you rap? I'm like, yeah.
Only right now.
Yeah, right now. You ain't gonna hear me. No, I gotta be drunk to actually just perform. Like my boy, I send him all my music. We'd just be at a party. Like he'll have a kickback. He'll play my song. I'm like, bro, turn this shit off, bro. He like, no, everybody gotta hear this shit. I'm like, bro, you childish as fuck.
Because he knows the truth. He knows it's dope, and he knows you're just being a hater. So he's just like, no, bro, I'm playing it. He's forcing you.
Pretty much, yeah.
That might be what you need. Maybe you just need somebody to leak your tape.
Probably, because I be telling a lot of people they send me a lot of unreleased. I'm like, I'm gonna leak your song if you don't post it.
Yeah, for real. And that's why I asked you about it in the first place, because I know you're hearing a bunch of songs all the time. Like that's gotta spark some creativity at the very least. Like you're just hearing all these other rappers, you're like, damn, bro, I could be on this beat.
Actually, it was actually one a long time ago. It was this dude named GRNS Deuce. He sent me a song. I said, bro, I'm finna drop this song in an hour. He said, damn, you still got that song? I'm like, yeah. He was like, you know what? Go ahead and drop that bitch. I don't even give a fuck. I forgot I had the song. I'm like, all right, bet, say less. I'm like, I really wasn't gonna drop it. But he like, no, I'll drop it for real. And then we dropped it.
And you were on this?
No, he just sent me the song.
And you just had it sitting around. I see what you're saying.
Yep. Like, if you ever send me a song, it's always in my computer. I'm never going to delete it. Like,
yeah. Were you going to do a video with them? Was it that type of thing? And it was just sitting around?
No, we actually, when we was kids, that was one of the people that I actually used to just freestyle with.
Oh.
So he had sent me his music.
There we go. So just exclusives. Just for you.
Yeah.
And he forgot about that one.
He forgot about it.
Damn, he must be sending you a lot, then. Like, shit.
I'm trying to get him to start making music now. Like, he stopped making music.
Yeah, that's what they all do. Because none of us really get, like, only the 1% gets famous. So, like, it just fizzles out. Yeah. But you gotta keep that fire alive, people. Yeah, you gotta get them back in the game.
Especially right now. Like, if you make good music, right? Like a lot of people. Like, not saying no people from here make bad music, but a lot of people in the industry, they make terrible music. They still got a buzz.
And that, I was just watching one of my previous it might have been Jay Stats, but I think it was Jay Stats. And he said that whatever you do, just throw a camera on you, like just record it and he cited Ice JJ Fish. Are you familiar?
Yeah.
And that dude is particularly terrible. But
terrible.
Like, if you knew him, you probably would never guess he's famous. Like, I bet in school he was not cool. That's just what it is. It takes one random thing that you don't even expect it to be.
Especially right now, social media is everything, so you can blow up.
It's such an opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
that's what you've experienced.
You can blow up. You can have a camera outside. You can go outside and slip on some ice. That shit gonna go viral. Post it on Facebook. That shit gonna go viral.
As long as you slip the right way.
Exactly. That shit gonna go viral. So right now, the internet is everything.
I agree with that 100%. And the internet is, it's a very interesting animal. You know, I struggle to figure out what the best platform even is, because they're really, like, TikTok's an interesting one.
TikTok right now is number one.
You think so?
Yeah, TikTok right now. That's a lot of people. A lot of people that got famous off of TikTok.
A lot of people, for, again, what you said, like, they don't even have to do much. Or sometimes they are doing a lot, but it's not what you would expect them to get big off of. Like, they just made some random video where it's this beat, but their beats are always fire, but this one just happened to get a million views. And that's the catch, is I think a lot of it is like stupid algorithm shit. Because I found so many talented people. I will say though, you know what? TikTok shows me a lot more undiscovered, smaller artists. I don't see that on other platforms like Facebook and Instagram. I can actually think of a bunch of rappers that I only know because of TikTok. And I think that's really cool. I can just go on my For You page and I'll find new artists just like that. Because it knows I'm looking for rappers and shit. Whereas Instagram and Facebook, they ain't ever gonna show me somebody trying to share their music. They just don't. They just don't do it. Maybe Instagram will now that they got Reels. Sometimes they do with Reels. But like Facebook, nah, man. I'm seeing like memes and like joke videos and like animal videos and shit. I'm like, man, this is not. So yeah, I really do like TikTok a lot. And I will say too, TikTok's great with that organic reach that you can get with just anything. Are you on TikTok? Are you posting on there?
No, I actually posted a video. I posted a video like 2 weeks ago, but I ain't posted on TikTok. I posted it on Facebook, and it kind of somewhat went viral, just a little bit, but not really. I was just bullshit.
See, but Facebook would work for somebody like you because you've got a local
Yeah, I got
buzz.
a lot of everybody on my page. They on my page for me.
Exactly. Whereas, like, you know, Facebook, the problem is it's so locally oriented that it's hard to get your name across.
Yeah.
You know, but if you know a lot of people around, you can get that organic reach.
Yeah, and that's why if you don't want to be local, go on Instagram. Mm-hmm. A lot of these people don't be on
TikTok. Instagram or TikTok.
Instagram or TikTok. A lot of people be on Twitter. I don't really use Twitter.
Twitter's, again, a whole different animal for me. Like, I feel like Twitter, you got to know the language to even make it work. Like, it's like speaking a different language when you go on there. Because I just don't think I've got it figured out yet. Like, some people swear by Twitter. Yeah. Some people say that Twitter is the best place to network. And I've heard that a lot.
It's Instagram.
I like Instagram a lot. Because Instagram it keeps it pretty simple. And I like you and I are visual people too, though. I mean, I like videos, I like pictures. That's just what I like to see. So Twitter doesn't interest me. It's just not as interesting. Yeah. You know. But whereas, you know, I was gonna say too, though. I don't want to lose this thought. You could definitely be posting on TikTok. I mean, you're posting videos all the time. Literally, all you got to do while you're in your editing room, your little booth, you just save a little side project, crop it down to a phone size. Little clip of the video, boom, and then every video you post, just a little promo video every single time, because you know you're gonna get a lot of carryover from that YouTube.
I did one.
I mean, it's a basic strategy, and you could even do like, you know, simple shit like if a video has something funny in it, or if a video has somebody just doing something in particular, which I'm sure is just sitting around, just little clips.
Yep, I did post. I started to post it, but I didn't know like TikTok got like this certain restriction, like you can't post guns.
Dang, yeah.
And a lot of my videos got guns in there.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I mean, you just have to make sure not to post those, or maybe even censor it.
Yeah.
Censor it if we have the things in our editing bay to do so. Because that would be almost even more intriguing. If we had, like, censored guns, it'd be like, oh, shit, I got to go watch the uncensored version on YouTube.
Yeah, that's really what it is.
They're harsh about weed, too. So those two things would be hard for you.
I ain't even know that.
Yeah, if you're smoking weed on camera. Like, if you're blowing smoke, I think they allow it, but don't quote me on that. But when it comes to, like, showing actual paraphernalia, I don't think they do it. I don't think they do. But then again, I see some weed content on there. But I don't know. I don't think that they can actually show smoking. I think that's the limit. But, it's like, dude, that's like half a rap video.
Yeah,
like, come
really.
on.
Really,
Wiz Khalifa wouldn't survive on there.
Unless it's like a slow song, some people still have smoking weed in a slow song.
I mean, hey, Lil Wayne, every damn song I
Yeah.
hear a lighter, okay?
Every song. Yeah.
It's a trademark.
Yeah.
And I don't even blame people, you know, do what you're gonna do. So it's just like, yeah, it's a tough one. And it's all because, like, it's legal in some places and not legal in others.
Yeah.
I can get guns, maybe, but that's almost just as silly as the weed to me. It's like, come on, I mean.
Weed and guns basically the same thing when it comes to music videos.
And who really, what do you think's gonna happen if someone sees a rapper throwing around a gun in a video? You think that, like.
They expect it.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially right now. Like right now, from like what 2012 to now, everybody expect guns to be in the video. That's just the type of music people putting out right now.
It's funny because, like, I have never had a gun and just swung it around before. I'm sure it'd feel great. And so I understand it when I see it. I'm just like, okay, well, yeah. And that's the whole point. That's the whole point. They got their guns out. They're just swagging out, bruh.
Yeah.
I mean, it ain't about nothing more than that. And so, yeah, I mean, everybody got to be a stickler on the, and you know what it is. It's like they're saying, oh, well, it's going to affect kids in some type of way, whatever they're going to say.
I don't
think kids really care.
Yeah, I don't think kids really care. Like me, GTA, like that's been a conversation since I was a kid, probably before then. TV shows and music videos and games affect kids' lives. I don't think that
was a big thing when I was growing up. I don't know if you remember the game Bully, but there was a big thing around that game.
My mama never bought me that game.
But that game was
she'll buy
not
me
about
GTA.
being a bully, though, and that's what's so silly about it. And even the parts that were you like wedgie people, it's like a kid's not playing that thinking, I'm going to go give somebody a wedgie after I play. Or like GTA, a kid's not thinking, I'm going to grow up and start being like the guy on Grand Theft Auto.
I'm going to go get a prostitute. And then after she done, I'm going to just stab her. Like, bro, nobody just thinking about stuff like that.
But in a video game, it's a different experience. I might do it in the video game because I can.
Yeah, because I can. I'm going to do it in the video. I'm going to pick up a prostitute after she done. I'm going to kill her, get my money back. Yeah.
Because I could.
But I'm not going to do that in real life. Like, you die on the game, you can come back.
And that's what I was about to say, is people, even kids, understand that there's consequences in real life. The game is a game. We're playing a video game. Like, I think if a kid's impressionable enough to play a video game and not understand that, they probably needed a little more attention growing up. Like, come on, this is something we should know. Like, it's just a game. Or same thing with a video. It's just a music video. Like, we're just having fun. It's not like we're actually shooting each other, like killing each other in the video. We're just having fun, man. I mean,
a lot of people having fun. It's just, that's our entertainment right now.
Exactly. And so with video games, though, that one is a fun one. Or even like with movies or anything. Like Quentin Tarantino had a great take on it with Kill Bill, because he looked at Kill Bill as a great movie for kids. And that's what he was saying in like interviews and everything. He's like, take the whole family, blah, blah, blah. And Kill Bill is a pretty violent movie. So like people would press him on that. They'd push him. They'd be like, well, how can you say that? Like it's a great movie for girls, little girls, when it's this violent. And he'd be like, to him, it's not even about the violence. That's just a part of the story that makes it cool. Like what it's really about is it's an empowering story for like a woman where she's going through and she's fighting all these dudes and she's getting revenge.
Yeah.
Like that's the heart of the story, and the violence is just like creative flair. And so I think people just don't get that part. And I think, it could just be that people grow up a certain type of way. They think, oh, you can't say that, you can't do that. When in reality, ain't nobody really, it's all instilled in you. If you tell your kid, hey, yo, whatever you see on the TV screen, it's just a movie, it's just a show. Like, kids get that. When I play Call of Duty, or when my 8-year-old nephew plays Call of Duty, we both know we just playing Call of Duty.
Yeah.
We ain't trying to go to war.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing for me. It blows my mind so many people even be taking it so serious. It's like, come on, we just having fun. With video games, that was a big thing when I was younger. And now it seems to be more around, like, cultural things. And even then, it's not so big. But, like, even when Cardi B was dancing, I think it wasn't, what award show was that? was she was twerking and everything, and it was a big thing on the news because it was like, okay, well, is this the whole family's just gonna see Cardi B twerking? Is that what this is? And like to me, it's a sign of the times. I mean, what are we gonna do?
It's different times. Like everything is different. Like you're not gonna see it if somebody did it in like 1999, but you're gonna see it now. It's just a different times.
I say we go further. We just we bring the swear words in. Come on.
That I ain't gonna count. They should have been did that.
Right. Like, why do I go wait till 11 o'clock to see the real version of my show?
It's cuss. It's like cuss. Everybody cuss.
Everybody cusses. And everybody knows everybody cusses. And to be honest, cuss words, they're stronger. They do more. That's why people use them.
That's what make it more, it give it that certain oomph and everything.
Exactly. If you ain't swearing, like, it's cool if you ain't swearing, but, you know, it almost takes mental fortitude, especially for people who do swear. Like, when they have to not swear for 2 hours, that's hard. For me, if I was just having, like, a casual podcast like this, it'd be hard for me not to swear. Sometimes, like, we probably have a clean podcast for an hour and a half, and I just drop an F-bomb. This is what it is.
I can't do it. I can't go...
You swore right away. You swore within the first 30 seconds and went, oh, shit, can we swear on here?
Yeah,
I can't do it either.
It's just, I can't go, like, 15 minutes without cussing.
But the thing is, we don't mean anything harmful by it.
That's
Nobody
just how
usually
I
does.
Express, like...
Yeah, we just talking.
If I say shit, like... And I just say, oh yeah, da-da-da, and shit like that. It's just, that's how I get.
That gets the point across to me. I mean, okay, shit like that.
And stuff like that. That
that ain't
sound
the
right.
same.
It's not the same.
Stuff like that. That sounds like some corny ass shit.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like it. I don't know how life would be if I couldn't cuss.
If I couldn't, like if I just had a rule where I couldn't, I feel like, yeah, I'd lose a lot of opportunities. It's just so much. There's only so much you can pull from, okay? Like, sometimes you just gotta say, fuck. If I stub my toe, I'm letting out a god damn it. That's what I'm saying. God damn it. Like, that's what comes out naturally,
That's
okay?
why some people, I pick my work, like, me, I'm not gonna wanna work for, like, a big-ass corporate. Like, it'll be nice to work for a big-ass corporate, like...
You mean like a rapper, or you mean like a whole company?
Like a whole company, like...
Yeah.
I don't know how I would be just working for like somebody like a news station.
Because you don't have rules when you're doing it by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how I have to do for like a news station.
Because they be saying to you like, hey, we need this many videos by this time. Make sure you edit them like this. They can only be 30 seconds long and blah, blah. Like it'd be a lot of requirements involved.
Yeah, and then with the cussing, like shit, I can't say shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I know I would do it on accident eventually.
Exactly, like that shit just come out on an accident. Like
you
everything.
Can't get me clean like that for that long. You just can't. If you want me to be casual, that's the hard part. Like if we're in a business environment, maybe I can do it. But I'm not even trying to do that.
I can't do it. Like
well, that's what I mean. If I'm doing a podcast, I'm not gonna be. I can't. I'm gonna swear. I'm gonna swear in accident because we talking. I'm freestyling. I'm just gonna let it happen. If you told me I couldn't swear, I would fuck up.
I want on him too. Like especially like school, they don't like us. I used to get in trouble a lot for cussing. But at work, like the people in the back, they were like, watch your mouth. But my managers, we gonna cuss. We gonna have some motherfucking jokes. Like
because they know what it is. It doesn't. They know it doesn't matter to them. You were just talking.
Yeah, like everybody that I work with cuss.
Yeah.
Everybody except like the people that work in the back, like the managers that work in the back. You'll never hear them cussing, but like the managers that work in the front, everybody gonna cuss.
That's a blessing, though.
Yeah.
I think it makes you feel more comfortable, to be honest.
Exactly.
I feel like it's kind of almost even an icebreaker.
You don't gotta fake being you.
Yeah.
For 8 hours out the day.
Like it makes you realize that, oh shit, we could just say whatever. Whereas if it's like, you know, we're within guidelines, we're in some kind of corporate thing, like you were saying, it'd be a lot more difficult. Yeah, it makes you feel like you could be real. That is true. I think that comes from everything in an environment. Like if you're in a workplace and everybody's just cool and inviting and shit, and they actually want to talk to you, automatically you're gonna be more yourself.
Yeah.
Whereas if everybody just doesn't even really look at you much and they don't want to talk to you about how you're doing, like that makes a whole different type of thing. So yeah, I think swearing sends that message. I didn't even think about it that way until we had this conversation, to be honest with you. It really does. Like, when somebody just, like, says fuck a couple times, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Right.
Fuck it.
Fuck it then. And you know, the other thing is, there was a guy who I heard talk about it once, and he was basically saying, like, he swears around his kid all the time because his kid will swear to him, and they'll just swear around each other because, like, that's... His kid understands that they're just words. Like, I think it'd almost be funny, like, if you had a 6-year-old who was just talking like an adult. And the other thing is, I've noticed progressively over time, I've just cared less and less. Like, when I was a kid, I did care. When I was a kid, I would try not to swear around adults. But I think it's just because I thought it was wrong. Maybe it's because I was a kid. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I would never swear around my dad, for example. Now I'll just casually. I don't even think about it when I'm doing it.
Yeah, like my mama, she didn't like me cussing. My dad, he never really gave a fuck.
Yeah.
So, shit, I'd be happy as hell to go around him. He didn't give a fuck about nothing. Like my mama, I'd be like, damn, she catch an attitude and everything. I'm like,
because you feel like you didn't do anything.
Like, I cuss. Like, I get it, like cussing. I get that from my mama and my daddy. Like, they the same person.
Oh, but she just don't want you to cuss.
Yeah, like my mama and my daddy, they the same person. They gonna cuss all they want.
And
like,
it's like, Mom, come on, now we got a double standard going on here.
Yeah,
Kid sees right through that.
Like, I get everything I do, I get from my parents.
Yeah, we all do, man. I mean, I don't think... when I look at my parents, it's hard for me to draw those similarities because I'm me, but I'm almost positive that, like, it almost stemmed from... I got, like, this shit from my mom, this shit from my dad. Like, it's just who we are. You got the name from your dad. You got it all.
I can point out everything I got from my parents. Like, my mama, I got my attitude from both of them.
Yeah.
How I talk, how I walk, all that came from my dad. I can't see for real. I got that from my mama. My hair, I got that from my mama. Yeah, I got a lot of... I know what I got from my mama and what I got from my pops.
Yeah, that's just wild, man, because, I mean, like, I really do think people are... I heard somebody say not too long ago that people are infinitely interesting in, like, the sense that if you were to ask somebody their whole life story, anybody at all, they have so much to say that it's so overwhelming, and people are just so deep. And so it's interesting to just think about when you meet somebody, you don't think about all those things, but there's so much that goes into it, and a lot of it goes right back to when they were like 5 years old and they had their mom and their dad right there. Like, it comes from there. I mean, it makes me wonder a lot too. Like, I'm positive because it sounds like you and I were both lucky enough to at least have parents that were around, and I have to imagine that people who don't have a dad, don't have a mom, that'll fuck you up for life.
Yeah, I know some people, they got a mama, never really had a pops for real.
Oh,
like
I mean, shit around here, you see that a lot.
Yeah, like me for real, I always had my mama. Me and my dad, we never really had the best relationship.
Yeah.
Like, I can go years without talking to him.
Yeah.
Like, we never really seen eye to eye, but since I've grown up, shit, fuck it, I'll talk to him like shit, because I know everybody gonna die one day. So
yeah. Well, and the older you get, the more you're able to look at it not as like he's your dad, but he's a person. Like, you know, shit just fucking happens with everybody. You wouldn't be around if it weren't for dude.
Everybody, yeah. Like, shit, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him, so shit.
Yeah. And everybody wants to know their dad. I mean, you know, everybody wants to, like, get... And like you said, you get so much shit from him. Like, I'm sure it's just a trip, just even talking to him ever.
I'll sit around and talk to him. If I ever do talk to him, like, we really don't talk. But if I do talk to him, we're going to talk for like an hour.
That's good shit.
We're going to talk for like an hour, and then shit, we'll fuck around and go a couple months without talking to each other.
Yeah.
Like, shit, he helped me move into my apartment. Like, I used his truck. Well, shit, he drove his truck and shit, helped me move. I ain't talked to him since.
You know, I feel like that almost makes it, like, that's how a real relationship would be. Like, there was a comedian who was talking about it was his birthday, and the people who don't say happy birthday on your birthday are actually your best friends.
Yeah.
Everybody who randomly says happy birthday on Facebook, they don't know you, but the random guy who's like 3 days later, oh shit, my bad, happy birthday.
Yeah.
They're a real friend because they're fucking, you know, they didn't even remember and they just fucking, oh shit, happy birthday. Like, that's how it really is. So when you have a guy that you don't talk to for 6 months, like your dad, you meet him again and everything's like it was. and then it's an unspoken agreement. Like we don't talk for a while, and that's just we're comfortable with that. Like that's a real relationship, rather than feeling like you have to talk every week or so.
I really ain't talked to him for real. I don't know like what his reason was for not talking, because he got a lot of kids. So I don't know what his reason was for not talking to him.
It could be simply that he's got a lot of kids.
Yeah, I just feel like shit. I'm antisocial. I don't want to talk to nobody. Like I don't like talking to people. Like this is the most I've ever talked.
Yeah,
I don't like talking to people at all.
Hey man, I'm happy to hear that. I must be doing something right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that it's a lot of it is just what you tell yourself, honestly, and that stems from the ideas you get. Like that's why I bring it all back to that. I mean, like if you don't talk to people a whole bunch regularly, it feels weird to just hop into a conversation or just hop into anything. I'm that way in my brain. I know I'm a good conversationalist, but before any podcast I do, I sort of I'm always thinking, yeah, it's probably gonna be awkward.
Yeah.
It's probably ain't gonna go well, just because that's the critical part of my brain going off. And if I followed that, if I listened to that and I let that win, I wouldn't do shit ever. But like, especially when I started doing interviews, I was just meeting people and interviewing them. So that forced me to have to like get used to just showing up at someone's location. And I'm sure doing videos is the same deal. You just schedule it and then you're there and you're meeting somebody. So you're forced to just kind of, okay, here we are. Let's get this done. And through that, you just it kind of helps fight that, whatever that is, that negative feedback you get in your head, because it doesn't matter. And you see the work playing out in front of you. Like you see that when you do it, things go better. And so it makes you want to go out and talk to people and do shit. Yeah. At least that's how it is for me. Like I could sit and be a hermit forever, but I know that when I go out and do a video, a podcast, if I make a song, it's always fire. And so I just have to force myself to do it. And it reminds me like my value and all that shit. It's real good for you, man, just forcing yourself to do it. But you're already on that. You'll be making videos 24/7. You just ain't in front of microphones. That's the next thing you gotta force yourself to do.
Yeah, I was really, I was gonna start doing vlogs. Like
that's not a bad idea.
I got a vlog I did 2 Christmases ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it a music video type of thing, or how were you doing it?
It was a diamond testing video.
Really?
Like I went around the mall. I asked somebody a question. Like, I see you got your chain on. How much it costs? They'd tell me, like, is it real? They'd be like, hell yeah. I'd be like, let me test it. Like, I asked somebody that shit. He like, yeah, my chain real. I'm like, you trying to let me test it? He like, nah, fuck nah. Then he came back. He
knew that shit was fake,
yeah,
right?
He came back. He said, I ain't gonna cap, bro. Test these, because I don't know if they're real or not. I'm like, damn, how you don't know if your chain not real or not? He said, man, just test it for me. That bitch was real. It probably wasn't like no real, like no VS1s, but shit, SIs, they still diamonds. I wouldn't do SIs, but...
You probably made that guy feel better about his chain. Yeah,
I know.
Like, oh, damn.
I know, because he came back. He found me.
Yeah, right.
He found me.
And his initial reaction was like, it was reflecting him. Like, oh, shit, this shit's I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Because he was like, man, I got this from da-da-da-da. I want to know if this bitch real or not. This shit was real.
There we go. You got this on video? Is this on your YouTube?
No, I never dropped it.
Oh, really?
I don't know when I'm going to drop it. Like, I still got all the files and everything. I think I got all the files and everything on my phone.
No way. Did you film it with your phone? Is that how you did it?
Nope, it's on it's on my camera. Like I got a memory card.
So you went all out with this though.
Oh yeah.
Man, it's a shame you didn't drop it. I was gonna say too, Crackalack, the guy I mentioned earlier. That's another thing that he's doing on his YouTube channel. He does vlogs with
December
his music
24th,
videos.
2020. I still got them all on there.
There we go.
I just don't know when I'm gonna drop it. H&L. I did the one by Planet Fitness, Genesee Valley Mall. Yup, that's what it is. I don't know when I'm gonna drop it.
Yeah. Hey man, it's in the vault. It can come whenever. And I'm telling you, vlogs are you already got a following. And Crackalack, 69K. How did he get to 69K? Vlogs and tutorial videos along with his music videos. That's how he did it. It's really as simple as that. He posts tons of videos where he'll like, he also makes beats. So there's that too. He makes beats.
I'm familiar with him. He was actually one of the people when I was trying to get better with my music videos. He was actually one of the people that I watched on YouTube.
Oh, so you're familiar with the tutorial stuff then? Yeah. So you know exactly what I'm talking about because he's going all out with all that, and you even found him through that genuine, organic way. That's what his intention is, and so I would highly recommend to dive into all that, just because, vlogs in general. If he does types of, you could watch his music video vlogs and even take notes on those. And I'm sure there's other videographers thinking the same way. Or even people who just are interested in your music videos and they would totally watch a vlog where you're putting together a music video.
Yeah, if I do a vlog,
but that's what you could use off the air. We were talking about this because you were saying you could bring a second dude along. That would be a great use for dude number 2, is just have him hold that camera and just get that footage. Because that's the part that I wouldn't want to deal with, is thinking about the vlog. Like, I don't want to do that. I want to focus on getting the video done and not split my focus down the middle and try to like shoot a vlog at the same time. But if I had somebody next to me just holding the camera, you could like every now and then you could look over and be like, yo, we're about to get this shot right here, blah, blah, blah. And then cut to like a montage where you're getting the shot. We got the actual music playing in the background. Just simple shit, But it's a whole nother piece of content to bring people in. And other shit, like testing diamonds at the mall. That's a great idea. Where'd you get a diamond tester?
I had ordered it off of Amazon.
Yeah. Did you use it for yourself first and then you just...
Oh, yeah. I had some earrings that I knew they was real. I just wanted to make sure like the diamond tester worked.
I didn't even know they had those diamond testers. I thought you'd have to like go to a professional.
Oh, no. They sell them online. They got different ones. They got some... I don't know how they was explaining. They got some that'll tell you what kind of diamonds you got. I'd never seen them. But when I was like researching like best diamond testers on YouTube, this shit, that one to show you like what kind of diamonds and everything.
Okay.
But I never ran into it, so I don't know if it's real or not.
That's interesting.
Yeah, with the vlog and everything, I don't know if I ever dropped a vlog. I want to do something for my birthday in June. Like, I want to throw a party at one of these halls and have somebody record it. But I don't know if I really want to do it because, I got to be there from the beginning to the end. And I like to leave. And, I like to be late.
Yeah.
And I can't be late to my own shit.
And vlogs give you... There's strings attached now.
Yeah.
Like, now if I'm late, like, dude stands there with the camera for half an hour before I'm even there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that. But you gonna be late to your own party? Yeah? Yeah.
I was late to my old house.
So it's all of us then, man. It ain't just these rappers that are late. It's us too.
Yeah, I was for sure late to my old house. I'll be late for work. I'll be late.
I'll be late too. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm gonna be late. That's why I don't know if I really want to do it. Like, I want to do a party at one of these halls. I want to throw a big ass party. I want somebody to vlog and everything, because that's gonna be one of the only times I'm really in front of a camera for real.
Yeah, and you'll be like, it'll give you something to actually be doing, like rather than like because music videos. That's why I would even suggest that, because at least we got an objective. Like, it's okay. This is what's happening. We're filming a music video. Blah, 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 blah. Whereas we're at a party. Well, shit, it explains itself. Yeah. We at a party. Here we go.
Yeah, I might actually. I don't know. I might actually do a song, shoot a video on my birthday this year.
Oh, dude. Well, hey, that would be the time to drop. If you're gonna drop one of your songs, drop a vlog and a song at the same time.
Just because I know I'm getting older, like some shit, I can do whatever I want right now.
Yeah.
Like shit, I can go blow a whole bunch of money at a motherfucker at the mall if I want to right now. But shit, I just want to do a lot of shit right now because I'm older. Because I'm younger. Like, if I'm 35, don't nobody give a fuck if you blowing a whole bunch of money at the mall. Like, right now, I can do whatever I want. Like, if you in your 30s, like somebody 35, shit, why you doing that? You too old to be doing that.
Yep.
But right now, I'm irresponsible.
And you hear it from 35-year-olds, too.
Yeah.
They'll be like, man, I wish I did that shit in my 20s.
Yeah.
Like, they'll regret it not doing it. So yeah, I think traveling's the same way. I mean, kids are part of that equation, but it's also just you get older. You get older, your body ages. You don't want to do shit as much. Whereas like around this point in time, you just choose not to do shit. But then you won't want to.
That's why I never really understood people working. Like, you work while you young. Then you retire. That's when you want to go out of town and everything. It's not gonna be nobody. Say you don't go to Miami until you retire. You're not gonna see nobody but people in their 20s there. Yeah. You don't have nothing in common with them people. You should have been doing that in your 20s.
That's like going to college when you're 40.
Exactly. Like, you're not gonna see that many. You're gonna feel out of place.
Yeah.
So I advise everybody just do everything while they're young. You want to go out of town, travel, do it right now. Don't wait. Don't, because I know a lot of people, they work, like back in the day. My grandparents, they work. Now, they got a lot of shit when they older, but like, it don't mean nothing now. Like, you can go out of town. We can too.
Yeah.
It's just,
I see, or even people who work. Like, I mean, yeah, basically that, man. My mother, she is a nurse, and I respect her work ethic. I really do. I mean, I could never do it, but she's working like 12, 14-hour shifts regularly, and she doesn't have much free time. Now, the free time she has, I mean, she'll take vacations fairly regularly because she has that opportunity, but still, I mean, we're talking... You're spending most of your weeks just there.
Yeah, my mama never really took vacations. I've never seen my mama on a vacation. Right now, I be trying to tell her, like, she do nails, so she been self-employed before I was even born. So she been doing nails. But I'm be like, damn, you not gonna take, like, 3 days off and go out of town? She like, no, what for? Like, shit, you only live once.
Yeah.
Like, shit, go rent out a motherfucking Rolls Royce or something if you want to. Go sit on the beach.
For real, just like get out of, like, you just need a change in environment for just a little bit, like a contrast, like, just a little bit contrast.
Like, she never really been out of town for real. Like, she been in Virginia, Mississippi, but shit, what is that?
See, but I think it's that same thing I was talking about, where like I could be a hermit forever. Like, if you really don't set your sights outside of your town, you're okay with staying in your town.
Yeah.
But like the moment you go to some city and you really like it there, you're like, whoa, there's so much more this world has to offer than, wherever it is you're hailing from. There's just so much outside of your little circle.
Yeah, she's trying to get into, like, going, well, she's not even going out of town. She's just into buying stuff now.
Okay.
Like I said, she'll order a Louis purse if she want to.
Good for her, though. At least she's branching out a little bit.
I want her to really go out of town and view different shit. Like me, I used to live in Texas. I'm trying to get her to come to Texas with me. She don't want to go nowhere. Like,
I was about to say, like, get her to go with you on a vacation.
Yeah, you ain't got to be with me. She can invite one. She can invite our auntie. Well, my aunties, her sisters, everything.
But she thinks she ain't going to like it. That's what I'm saying. Like, she's got herself convinced. Like, this is home. I don't want to leave home. Like, girl, just get out of here for a minute.
Get out of here for 3 days.
Right.
Like, weekend.
What if you do like it? What are you going to, like, what if you go there and you really like it?
Like,
maybe you'll start going out some more.
Like, she love Kurt Franklin. So, like, what if you got a time to meet Kurt Franklin? You're not going to meet Kurt Franklin in Flint. Like, he not going to come here.
That's a great point.
He might be on vacation in Miami while you on vacation in Miami. You walk around in the store in Flint, you ain't gonna meet nobody for real, because nobody want to come to Flint. You got to go out of town to meet everybody. Nobody want to come to Flint. You
got a point there. That's a great argument for just anybody in Flint. Like, yo, please, just get out of here for a minute.
Yeah, like my brother Kyrie, before he passed, he never really been out of town for real.
There's a lot of people like that, though.
Like, he never really been out of town. Like, he just...
Like, his whole life.
Yeah, like, I make money in Flint. I'm not going to leave Flint.
That's what blows my mind. Is just you spend your whole life there.
You got to spend it somewhere. Like, shit, if I make some money, I'm going to go to Miami. See, get on the jet skis.
I think another big thing, though, is just the change. Like, if we're talking moving, like, because traveling, that's one thing. But if we're talking moving, you know people around here. Especially, like, somebody like you with connections. You feel like... If you went somewhere else, you ain't in Flint anymore. You don't got all these Flint cats you could be doing videos with.
Yeah.
And so that's a pretty big difference. I think that's kind of the thing that stops me. I mean, I tell myself all the time, man, Flint just ain't it. I got a setup here. I got some people that know who I am. And so if I were to just up and go, it's like start from square one.
Yeah. But if you got somebody, like, you got proof of you actually working in your hometown, that can go a long way. A lot of people out of town just want to see that you working.
That's true. And, I know a lot of these videographers be going from Flint to L.A., Flint to L.A., Flint to L.A. I be seeing that happening a lot. I wish I had the name right off the top of my head. He keeps doing a bunch of videos with Jeff Sky and Ace Cabana and those guys. He did a couple with Vega recently.
Is it Anthony Paul?
No, but he's great.
Yeah.
He's great. He's actually... I think his rap name is R-Line, if we're talking about...
Yeah, that's R-Line.
That's the man.
Yeah, that's R-Line.
And he hopped on a song of mine called Dreams with producer Wheat, who is at the studio in Flint, Wave Village. And that is the song that pushed me to, like, get better at producing my music, because he was one of those people who he gave me everything. Like, he would tell me everything he knows. I could sit there and I'd be like, yo, so how about this? How about this? And those are the best possible people to be around when it comes to, like, if you have found yourself with, who's that Lyrical Lemonade dude? It ain't coming to my brain right away.
Cole Bennett.
Yeah, if you was standing next to Cole Bennett and you could just pick his brain for an hour, like, you'd be inspired as shit after that.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, meeting people like that, it really pushes you. And the song I made with them was so dope. And so shout out Anthony Paul, shout out R-Line. But and R-Line's the guy that actually hooked me up with that session. So I have to shout him out.
I think I did a song with Kevin Cloud.
Yeah, he's doing a bunch of work at Wave Village.
Yeah, I did a song with Kevin Cloud. It's me, him, Gun Hood, Zeke, and Eastside Lito.
That's a whole repertoire of people right there. Is that in the vault somewhere?
Yeah.
God damn, are you sitting on that? Is that yours?
No, it was, I really don't know. My boy Lito, Free Eastside Lito. My boy Lito, it was his session. I just pulled up, and I was just putting up there to chill with him.
Was there alcohol involved?
No. Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
And he was like, yo, let me hop in that booth for a second.
I came with my own cup. He actually asked me, because he recorded my music. He recorded me when I made, like, he recorded like 5 of my songs. So
back when you were making rap, when that was what you were?
No, actually, this was 2 years ago.
Oh, okay, so recently.
Yeah, I became his cameraman and then shit. We was just chilling in this house. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna just rap. So he was the person that really got me back into rapping. So when we was at the studio, he said, you want to hop on this? I'm like, fuck it, I'm here.
And that was it.
Yeah.
That was it. I mean, and shit, dude. I mean, if there was 3 other rappers also on a track and they asked me to hop on, I don't even have to be a rapper.
Yeah.
Sounds like an opportunity. I still haven't met Kevin Clouds in person.
Kevin Cloud, he real cool people.
I believe it.
I met him and my boy Kyrie. We had shot a video for my boy Kyrie after he passed. That's how I met him and R-Line.
Okay, yeah, because they're in that. They got a kind of tight knit circle. R-Line, and Kevin, and all those guys.
Yeah, Kyrie. He got these people that he used to be with and everything, and they was real cool with him. So they pulled up. R-Line pulled up with his camera. So he did some of the video too. Yeah,
and he's been doing video shit for a while. That was how I caught his attention, was the 60 Seconds interviews I was doing. Actually, I'm wrong. I did an interview with him, and I don't know if I don't think it ever dropped, but it was the case that it was my rap that caught his attention. But that dude, he'd be doing all kinds of video stuff. That was kind of his connection with the whole Wave Village thing.
And then they got this little studio, this little film suite down there. It's in the same one as Wave Village.
And that's what he's running, right?
Yep.
He's doing all that? Yeah. Because they got that little green screen thing going on.
Yep.
Do they have a podcast studio?
Yep.
I thought they did. Yeah, and if I'm correct, that's where the Laid Back Ass podcast is happening, I believe.
So who's Laid Back? That's that Jeff Scott?
It's Jeff, and then Figure the Kid, and usually they have different people on there, so I don't want to go. Oh, and then of course Cameron Tyler's on there quite a bit. Beyond that, I'm forgetting, because I know they have like the regulars, but it's not always the same people. Yeah. I like that. I like how they got that going, though. I mean, like, I tell everybody, start a podcast. So, I mean, yo, Go for it. Laid Back Ass Podcast. Dope. That's a great ass name. It's a great ass name. I remember when they started. It was probably like 2 years ago. 2 years ago, maybe. So they've been doing it for a minute. But yeah, man, Wave Village for sure. And we got on that because we were talking about, I was trying to remember that one guy who makes the videos names, but it's definitely not going to come to me. But yeah, he'd be going to L.A. from Flint, and it seems like that, for one, L.A. is just a hub.
I'm trying to see who you're talking about.
I know. I wish I knew. I mean, you know what? I can figure it out because I know he did a video with Jeff Sky and Vega. Like, they did a collab, and it was him that filmed the video. So I'll just look up Jeff Sky Vega music video, and then I'll find it. I try not to look things up on podcasts because that's dead air. So I'll try to do this as quick as I can. Jeff Sky Vega music video. And then here we go. What is it? There it is. York X Productions.
Okay.
Julian York is his name.
Okay.
And he's on Facebook, but for one, high quality videos. They look great. Like, I mean, I can see why he's getting buzz in LA. I would say that even you, with your level of quality, you could easily travel to LA and just do videos out there. Like, you just have to get your same thing as it was in Flint. You just have to get people in LA hitting you up saying, "Hey, can I be on this video?" It's really as simple as that. And honestly, I think that's where you're going to see the growth outside of this area, is when you start traveling a little more. Like Texas, that's an opportunity right there, because you're definitely going to get some people in Texas seeing that. And that's
especially South by Southwest. That's gonna have a lot of people. I know South by Southwest gonna be a lot of people.
Oh yeah. And are you just filming a video there? Is it that type of thing?
Yeah, I'm doing Tay Boogie.
But I mean, Tay Boogie.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm shooting her video down there. I got some.
I thought it was gonna be somebody from Texas. So you guys both going there together?
Yeah, it's a lot of people going.
Nice.
A lot of people going. Like, I done talked to some people from Never Broke Again. And like NBA Youngboy, I talked to some of his people. They're gonna be down there. Yeah, I might shoot one of their videos. I don't know, but it's possible.
So I see what we're saying here. So we're not even talking about people from Texas. We're talking there's gonna be rappers everywhere.
Yeah. South by Southwest gonna be big.
Yeah.
And then we got we got our own Flint takeover down there. So that's what everybody going.
Oh, I didn't know that was happening. Tell me more about what's this Flint takeover happening at South by Southwest. Is it just a bunch of people from Flint all going at once? Is that what you mean?
Mm-hmm. Hold on. Because I know South by Southwest, they posted it on their page.
You talking about the Flint artists we got performing. That's what you mean? Because I know that I thought we had some people from Flint performing.
Like, we got a whole, it's from Antidote Studio.
Okay.
Like, hold on.
I'm interested. I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Because I didn't know about it either. Like, she really the one that put me hip to all of she put me hip to a lot of shit. Like,
and Flint's got to be on the map like that. It's stuff like Flint, this that does it.
It's on it's just really, they got a first showcase.
And when you say she told you, who was it?
Tay Boogie.
Okay.
Like, she the one that keep me in the loop of everything for
real. She's on top of that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna read this out loud. The Antidote Studio is bringing its first ever showcase to South by Southwest with this must-see lineup of the raw sound of its hometown, Flint, Michigan. Oh. This new sound was pioneered by artists Rio, the Young OG, YNJ, BFB to Pac-Man, and many more. The Antidote Studio is bringing its... Oh, there it is again. The Sound of Flint is set to feature 7 leading Flint artists and 30 additional hosts at 1311 East Cesar Chavez on March 17th, with the doors opening at 10 a.m. Be sure to catch headliners Louis Ray and RMC Mike, along with artists YSR Gramz, Crispy Life Kid, Jeff Sky, King Cash's, Tay Boogie, and many more. Yo, how did I not know about that? Yo, and when is South by Southwest again?
I want to say,
When was it?
I want to say it's the 11th. No, it's not the 11th. I got it in my phone. It's right here in my recent ones.
Is that right near where South by Southwest is happening? If it's a separate address, is that how that
I
works?
want to say it's. I don't really know. I want to say it's in the building, like where South by Southwest at, but I really don't know.
Okay.
I just know that they just
The Flint takeover.
Yeah, they sponsoring it. Like,
Yo, that is dope, though.
It is.
We're talking a bunch of Flint. I thought it might have been like one or two. That's a whole ass
it's
lineup.
called the Sound of Flint.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's the same group of people that have been going to LA and shit like that, too. Like, they got that down.
Antidote Studio, they've been traveling a lot. I'm actually have to get with them. I only been inside Antidote Studio once.
I haven't been there. I didn't even. There's a couple different studios around here that are like building themselves up. Wave Village being one of them. And I haven't been to a single one. Now I think about it. I think the only one I've been to is Vehicle City Studios, which is very nice. Did an interview with the guy who runs it. He's a great dude. But yeah, it's the only one I know.
I don't think I've ever been there.
It's right above the Flint Local. It's right next to Flint Local. But yeah, there's tons of studios around here. Antidote Studio catches my ear. Like I feel like I've heard it. But yeah, I gotta get in with all these guys.
Antidote Studio, that's where they just they had like a little listening with Dave East.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago.
So it's popping off in
Yeah.
there. They have a bunch of like what kind of other? I mean, shit. Just traveling alone is gonna get you somewhere. I mean, that's where it really is. I wouldn't have thought of that a studio curating those type of events, like that's smart. That's smart.
They do a lot of stuff like with the kids. Like they got their own studio. They got their own class for like kids to learn music and all of that.
We're going above and beyond here. Because I was gonna say, like, yeah, when you're traveling like that, you even got like a roster for your studio. You got like people that you like, they are with you. That's pretty dope. But yeah, classes for kids. I mean, damn, we talking about a whole ass university. That shit's wild.
Yeah.
Well, good for them, dog. All right. I could keep going. I don't know where to keep riffing from. I'm great at this though. I mean, I can talk forever. I just don't know if you got anything you got to do. If you're worried about time or anything like that. You tell me.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
All right, we can go a little longer. I said we were done an hour ago, and then we just kept going. So I mean, who cares? Shit. I do like. I know. I could definitely ask you more about videos, just because it's an interesting topic. You know, I mean, you're always going around. You're always shooting videos. You ever like? Because I know I asked about locations. You ever catch yourself in any like sticky situations when you're filming a video? Where you're like, oh, maybe I'm somewhere I shouldn't be.
Only once, and that was when I first started.
And what happened?
Yeah,
You can't say?
Nah.
That's how sticky it was.
Can't do it.
Something happened.
Yeah.
But snitches get stitches, okay?
Yeah.
I knew there had to be at least one. Because, I mean, every time I pull up anywhere, like I was saying with interviews, I never knew what I was pulling up for.
Yeah.
So you have to imagine at least one time something's going to go wrong. Like, I mean, cops maybe some actual violence. Who knows? But, I mean, it's all fun and games until somebody gets hurt, and then we're like, no, I got to delete my video. I can't even drop it.
Yeah. That's what be the. I pray I never run into that.
That's the part that hurts. You can't even drop the video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only on, like, Live Leak or something. So, also, I mean, when it comes to these videos, you must be making bank, man. So where does that money go? What are we doing with our earnings from the videos? We just investing it into future shit like cameras, shit like that? Are we buying swag? What are we doing?
Well, some of everything.
Yeah.
Really, some of everything. Like, that's how I pay my bills. Car, that's how I stay with clothes. I buy equipment. Like, I don't want nobody to think, oh, he just doing this just to buy clothes and all that shit. No, I got money saved to spend, and I got money saved to upgrade.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. People who don't got no savings, they just don't get it. You gotta like put money to the side, and then you gotta put money to the side like all the time. You just gotta keep that in mind.
Yeah, but for the most part, all the money that I make off of this, I save it. Like, I still go to work.
Yeah.
Like, I still got a job. I gotta go in the morning. Like, I still got a job. That's where I pay, like, my car note insurance. Like, this shit right here, like, this video, that's how I really pay my rent and everything.
That makes sense. That makes sense. So we got bills, and then the videos are really the job is keeping our credit up.
Yeah.
That's what the job is doing.
Yeah.
But the real goal is, of course, always with people like you and I, is to not be having a job and to be doing the job that we enjoy, which is making the videos.
Yeah, I gotta touch a couple million before I even just stop worrying about working.
You think so? A couple million?
Yeah,
That's a little bit of ways away.
100,000. I feel like 100,000. Not shit.
You're nowadays it ain't.
Especially price going up with everything. So.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, shit. At this point, you got to be a millionaire just to get by, dog.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because the car that I'm looking at right now, that bitch costs like 40,000. So
Really?
that's 40,000 away from that 100,000 right now. So 100,000 really not shit.
Yeah. And once you pay that 40,000, now you only got 60,000.
Exactly, and then you probably don't even have 60,000 because you still got to pay insurance.
Oh shit. You're right.
Like
You're
if you
right.
just
That's why
cash-
you can't give a poor person a Tesla. I forgot about that. Oh yeah, that really is real. And also, I mean, you want to buy a nice camera? High-end cameras we're going in like tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, like all my equipment that I bought right now, I spent at least 15,000
I believe it.
on everything. But like it's a camera right now that costs like 15,000 alone.
Whew. And that's on your list?
That's on my list.
I believe it.
That's on my list.
My millionaire list.
Yeah, that's on my bucket list. That's like number 3.
I got some $1,000 microphones on my list. They're up there. Them Neumanns catch my eye.
Yeah.
But they're an investment. And the only way you do it is by truly being successful with your craft. I've heard great advice, which is just, you've already been doing it with your camera. When you spend a bunch of money on something, you make that money back through the object.
And that's where, when I said to take a risk, that's where that comes in. Because it took me 3 years to make. No lie, when I first bought my first camera, I spent like 2,000.
Oh, you really invested.
Yeah.
My first camera, I spent about $600 or $700.
And that was
that was a lot.
That was just on all my equipment. I'm lying. This only was 1,000 because the camera that I bought, it was like 700. The Canon T6i. That was the first camera I bought. That was like a 700. That was 700. And I bought some lights. That was like a few hundred. So that's where my 1,000 came from, right there.
Still, the lights though, that's an investment as well. I mean, if you're buying quality lights, I mean, dude, I need them in here. Honestly, if I want to film anything in a room, I know the principles of lighting. Like I got lights in here, but quality lights that are like $100, $200, they do a lot.
Yeah,
they do a lot. So, but you knew that from the jump. So you bought the lights, you bought the camera. How do we get to 2,000? We buy a bunch of additional equipment. Or were you just exaggerating?
I was just exaggerating, but this new batch that I got,
yeah,
I spent a lot.
I believe it. And you have to.
No, it might have been 2,000 because I bought a computer too.
This PC is probably one of my biggest investments right here.
Nope. When I first started, I bought a computer. It was only like 600 because it was old, so it really didn't work fast.
You and I both, my friend.
Yeah, so it didn't work. It didn't work fast out.
And we were doing the same things. We were both editing videos, so I know for a fact that like you just as well as me, you would like push and play, and that shit was stuttering, and like you're trying to cut to the music.
Like, yeah, you would add an edit on your video, it'd just.
You had to render it just to make sure it was on time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there, dog. I've been there. And then you watch it back and you're like, God damn it, because now the renders, it took 3 hours to render.
Yeah, rendering.
So,
I hate rendering.
Even with this computer is a beast. But I like when I throw like sharpening and stuff on like my videos, because we're talking 2K, 4K, we want to make it look good. I have to set time aside even for that, and it's using it's using the graphics card. That's basically like a PS5 rendering that shit, and we still take forever. So like video rendering you need a beefy PC to do it, and yeah, I think that's an aspect people don't even realize. Like it's basically like you need a gaming PC to edit videos. Yeah, essentially because it's the same parts.
Or a MacBook.
Or a MacBook.
Like the HPs, I wouldn't recommend doing videos on an HP or a Dell.
No. Not unless you're okay with, like, struggling, if you're a masochist or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Like me, I bought a MacBook. I bought one of the latest MacBooks. That's because shit, I know I gotta do it. Like that, I got a good camera, so I need a good computer. Like my second batch, I spent a lot of money, so that's why I tell people take a risk, cause spending all this money on a computer, you need more than one lens, you need more than one light, you need a computer that's gonna run you like $10,000. Right there, and that's where that risk.
If we're being realistic.
Yeah, me, I spent $15,000 before I made $1,000. It took me 2-3 years to make $1,000.
Yeah, for real. And you have to be okay with that. I mean, on the bigger scale, you see companies that'll be like bankrupt before they even see success, and that must be that's like that feeling times a million, because you have a million people relying on you and you're losing money.
I spent a lot of money before I made a lot of money.
It's a principle of like doing business, in my opinion. Like you have to be okay with making an initial investment and taking a risk. And ain't no reward without a risk.
Exactly.
I mean, that's just what it is. You could do it forever, but if you ain't putting in, like, if you ain't making some questionable decisions, you ain't going out and buying that $5,000 camera just because you can. Because, I mean, maybe you will, and it makes that much of a difference. I mean, it's being smart about these investments, too. Because there are expensive things that aren't better, necessarily, but there's also a lot of quality. You can never think that you're on top of your shit, because you just ain't. I mean, there's this microphone right here. I was using the same microphone for years, and this thing stepped my game up to a whole nother level. And that was just a simple, I think this thing's like a $500. And that's relatively not even expensive with microphones. Like, there is a whole other caliber of quality that I could achieve if I got something like I was saying, a Neumann. They're on my list. I want them. And so, and it's always also whose hands it's in. You're using these things as you're getting better. So, like, you know, you kind of want to use that $600 camera before you step up to that $2,000, $3,000 one, because now you kind of got your method figured out. So, but just get started. Like, don't think, oh shit, I need the best equipment possible. Like, just get something and get going, and then go from there. That's the other thing I tell people too, is like, don't think you need an $800 microphone. And that's how like half these rappers, why they think they need to buy studio time. I saw, which they do, like, don't get me wrong, it's a good thing. And it'll get insights that you wouldn't get otherwise and all that. I mean, that's like I was saying with Wheat, that's what really pushed me. But, you know, I saw the rapper Ruse saying on a TikTok, of all places, like, yo, everybody, build your own studio. It's the best thing you can do as an independent artist, is build your own studio. And I figured that out at a young age. I got lucky. Like, I just got the right equipment in my hands. I started recording my own music. And you learn so much shit. It's the same thing for someone like you. Just get your hands behind a camera and start filming videos, and then there you go.
Yeah.
Like, that's what people need. They just have to start doing it. Don't think, you know, I need to buy all this shit and I can't really do it. Like, you really, if you did do it, even if you're not, like, putting it out there, like with your raps, even though you're not putting it out there, you're slowly getting better through just doing the shit. And it makes it so, hey, whenever you do decide to drop them, whatever they are, it's going to be fucking fire, because you've been practicing for years. So, I mean, all that shit plays into itself. I think I tell people all the time, like, just buy the microphone, just buy the camera, just do it. And that was actually, when I told you to give a little piece of advice, that was the advice you gave. But it's true, man. Same thing I was saying about podcasts even. Like, everybody has this mentality, like, oh, I want to do it. But it's like setting the actual goals. That's why I said I respected that when you dropped a number. Because that's like with your yearly videos, you said 300 in a year. That's a number right there.
Yeah.
And that shit, like, once you have that in your brain, you have a real legitimate goal.
Like, then you ain't even got to do it that year that you set your goals. But shit, just...
It makes a difference. Yeah. It's like almost like visualization. Like, I see myself doing it, and so I'll do it.
Yeah, like,
whereas
you ain't got to do it that year that you make that goal, but just know if you want to do it, do your best to make it happen.
And it's
like,
a mindset.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to shoot 300 this year, but shit, I don't know if I might shoot 300.
And shit, if you
3
do,
years.
that's 300. I mean, even if you did that in a year and a half, that'd be pretty impressive, man. I mean, like, 3 years, that would be impressive. Are we kidding me? Like, 100 videos a year is quite a bit.
I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I do like 60. I don't know, because...
Well, you already did 30 in January. Like, or no, you did 16 in January.
Yeah.
But still, if we're talking 12 months, 12 times 16, you're gonna pass 100 pretty fast. So I mean, you're definitely going over
for the
100.
most part, I'll do like, I want to say 7, 8 videos a month.
Okay. Was January a good month for us?
Yeah, it was a real good month. It was just a lot of people was waiting for me to. I had COVID.
Oh, so you had like a backlog of videos.
Yeah.
Was this when you did that little block you were talking about, where you edited all those videos in one day? Was it that?
No, like when I had COVID. Actually, I had COVID when I performed at the Vets. So that's where I got sick at. So a lot of people.
There we go.
Yeah, a lot
That's
of
where
people,
you got it?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
at
a
least
lot
you
of
can track
people-
it down.
Yeah, a lot of people they was hitting me up like, can you shoot? I need a video. I need a video. I'm like, bro, I can't do nothing until January. They like, all right.
You had the best excuse known to man. So.
Yeah, like, bro, shit, I got COVID. I can't really do nothing, bro. So a lot of people, they actually waited for me to shoot their video before they shot with anybody else.
Interesting. And hey, that means you got like loyal people on board. They wasn't like, oh, okay, I'll just go to the next guy. They actually waited. You're like, all right, get well soon, bro.
That's really how it be. Like, a lot of people really fuck with me because, like, not even on a video tip, I make people laugh on Facebook. Like, a lot of the shit I post on Facebook, some of the shit, half of the shit be true, but then half of the shit, I'm just talking shit.
That's why I brought up sports.
Yeah,
I was
like
pretty entertained by your sports or your FanDuel.
I quit. I delete that.
But I knew there was something happening there.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. It's just like, it's the personality of it. Just posting on Facebook, just being yourself. Like, people could see that happening there. So, and yeah, FanDuel, I don't blame you, dog. You gotta stay away.
I quit FanDuel. I don't know. I know I'm gonna download the app back.
Because you're an addict.
Yeah.
You're acknowledging it. That's the first step, okay?
I know I'm gonna download it back. It's just, I gotta take a breather. I lost too much money off of that shit.
Oh, it's funny because it's true. And we've all been there.
Yeah.
Just stay away, folks. Stay away. You'll be just like him. You'll be just like
shit,
him.
I don't know. You never know. You might hit. Like, I be having some outrageous ass bets, but it be like real. It'd be like, it might happen because it's like the NBA. You never know. Like, a team might win.
And it's funny, if I would have caught you like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago when you were up on FanDuel, you'd be telling me a whole different story. You'd be like, you know what? I got a lot of faith in this.
I placed a 9-leg parlay. I hit all 9.
Was that recently?
That was 3 weeks ago.
Ooh.
I hit all 9.
What'd you win on that?
11.
11.
Yeah. I lost it all, though.
Well, you mean like 11,000?
No, 1,100.
1,100 still, though.
Yeah.
On one bet.
I lost it all.
Of course you did, because you
Plus
kept
some.
going.
I lost it all plus some.
That's how
When
Vegas
I
gets
won
you.
that's when I started placing on, because I won that off like a $10 bet. When I won it, I started placing like $50 bets. I'm like, damn.
You didn't take your own advice. You didn't put half of that away into savings. That would have been the thing to do. You just take half of it out.
I didn't think. I wasn't thinking. I'm like, damn, I just won off some bullshit. Because I used to forget about FanDuel like 3 weeks ago, 3 to 4 weeks ago. That's when I really started getting into FanDuel. Because I usually go to work. I hit FanDuel, like I'll put like $10 on the game. I'm like, I know I'm finna lose. So I just closed the app. Then like 3 days later, I'll check again. But when I start hitting, I'm like, damn, I'm finna get into this shit. I hit, then I lose. I'm like, yeah, I'm done.
You know what it is too? At least, because that's why I brought up stocks. Because this is my experience with stocks. It's like the closest to gambling I've gotten is you start to get a bunch of money, and then you go, wait a minute, like think about this. I just made a 600% profit. I went from $100 to $600. So if I take this $600 and make a 600% profit, then I'll go from $600 to $3,600. And so you just think like I could use the same amount of money and place that same bet and make 6 times as much.
And that's really the same thing as with the videos. Like shit, you buy you spend $10. You spend $10,000 on all your equipment. You're going to have to start off. You got nice quality, but you don't got good edits. So that's where that come in that. So you got to start. All right, I got videos for 100. So you shoot 100 videos. You got your shit back.
And you know, I heard a rapper, or Crackalack, it was him again. I keep bringing dude up, but he said that. He said that when people were complaining about his fees, and a lot of what they're paying for is the equipment.
Yeah, like the equipment, the time, all that shit. Like shit.
Like you ain't just gonna come up with that tomorrow. Like that's why you're paying me $1,000 because I have all this shit I can bring to you
like
today.
Shit, I got $10,000. Like I got $10,000 worth of equipment. You think I gotta make some of my money back? Like shit, yeah. Like he right. You're not just paying for the video.
It's a big difference when you got a dude with like a lighting, cameras, like quality shit.
But that's everywhere. Like a lot of people don't understand. That's everywhere. That's at Walmart.
Yeah.
Like shit, TV could be $500. They only pay a certain amount, but they got them. So shit, and you want them. So supply and demand.
Yeah, it's just business. It just is what it is.
That's really is everywhere. Like shit, if somebody sell weed,
I was about to say, you can even see everywhere. It there.
Like shit, music videos like selling weed.
It really is.
Music videos like shit. Basically, I just bought a bow. Like I just bust a bow down between 4 different people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, shit. That's really what it is. Like, shit, I just bust the bow down.
And I think of it this way, too. Like, it's all supply and demand. Like, the market itself determines the value. Because I've thought about this before. Like, if you see rappers do this, and where a rapper will randomly say, I see this post on Facebook maybe like 5 times a year. Next year, I'm upping my rate to $1,000 a feature. And you're just like, okay, yeah, all right.
What are you going to do?
And who's going to pay you the 1,000K? Who's gonna pay it? Because I'd love to see you get 1,000 for a feature, but who's gonna do it? And so you have to like these rappers that are performing at this Flint festival, or not Flint festival, but this I forget the Flint Invasion, whatever it's called. Yeah. Those bigger names on that ticket, they could do that. They could easily charge. They probably already are with 1,000 a feature because they have the name value. But that's the market determining the value. Like, that price isn't valid until it is. And so that's the way I always look at that. Like, I'm always entertained by rappers changing their prices just because it's like they're trying to set the value of themselves, but really, like, it's up to you to get that popular to where it's even, like, where it makes sense for you to say that. Like, if I were to up my rates tomorrow, nothing would change. I'd just get less features. Like, I still got to put in that work. So that's the way I look at it. But same thing, that's the same thing you're saying, essentially. We got to get we got to get that new equipment in order to even be able to up that rate. When you start out, you should charge that $100 for a video because you don't got that much to offer except your guerrilla
You just know
style.
You got a good camera.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, they want to, it's not about really what you know, but who you know.
And it's also, it's what you know in the sense that, like I was saying before, you can give anybody a nice camera. But unless you got like the know-how to actually work it, it doesn't matter. But it's also who you know in the sense that you could be amazing with that camera, and if you don't know the right people, it ain't ever gonna matter. So yeah, it's definitely who you know because you see I say this all the time, but you see so many rappers. It's even in this area, not even just rappers, just so many people that are so talented. There's no way they could all be popular, but it's also the case that most of them aren't that popular at all. You know, I do interviews and podcasts and stuff, and when I'm doing this, I try to, look into people a little bit, and a lot of the time, they don't have that much shit out there. And that's the real thing, is it's hard to, like, translate what you're doing and have it come across in that way for most people.
Right there, that's a little thing. Now, it's not about what you know, but who you know. Like, shit, you can know how to rap. Shit, you could be better than Juice WRLD.
Yeah.
But shit, if you don't know Lil Baby,
or if you can't get the right people to just hear it. Like, all they got to do is just hear it, and they'll be like, oh, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, like, shit, I advise a lot of people to, like, shit, if you don't got a name for real, you just dropping tape after tape after tape, and it's not doing nothing. Pay for that feature.
Yeah, and it's hard. It's a hard thing to hear for a lot of people because we all got pride.
Yeah, a lot of people want to not go make it nowhere on your own. Like, shit, I didn't make it here by myself. I had help when I first started. Like, shit, a lot of rappers don't understand. You're not going to make it on your own.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah, like, I know a lot of people that be like, I'll buy my own camera and shoot my own videos. That's cool. But who going to really support that shit? Like, shit, me, if I fuck with your music, like, if I shoot your videos, like, a lot of people, I ain't gonna cap. A lot of people I haven't really heard about until I started shooting their videos, but then I became a fan.
Yeah. That's why I asked about that, because I have to imagine, you know, you're hearing all that music, and there's got to be good shit, just in little golden nuggets in there. Where you're like, wow, it almost inspires you to keep branching out and meeting these people, because you would have never known them until you shot their video, and that's what they needed was the video.
Yeah.
Like that's them getting their name out there more. I mean, like I said before, I shoot my own videos, but it's been nagging at me. I know I got to do it. One of these days, I got to branch out. Just hit up somebody else, because it's not even just the fact that it's like, it's not even just the exposure. It's like the different perspective and all that shit. Like you're gonna come at a video way different than I would, and that's just how it's gonna go. I'll never come at a video the same way you would, because we're both creatively different, and I think that offers so much. But also the fact that a lot of videographers nowadays have their own followings on their own channels like you, and that's a big opportunity for all these rappers. Like by working with you, they're getting the exposure of this audience that is from this area, because they all listen to this shit. And so yeah, I think that's an awesome thing to see happen. I wish I hope that Beats head the same direction. I hope we start seeing a lot more producers really get their name out there in the way that it wasn't like the 90s where you had big producers. So that way you can have rappers work with a producer, and that's what gets them bigger. I mean, that's just it's a really cool thing about collaboration. You know, it's like what you're saying. It's not, you just can't do it all yourself. You just can't. Even though you want to, even though you want to think, like I said, we're all prideful. We all want to think we can. You're never going to meet the dude. You're never going to get whoever it is to hear your song unless you're out there making those connections. Sometimes it takes paying for a video. Sometimes it takes paying more than you think you should.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it takes buying the right equipment. Whatever it is, you have to put yourself out there. Just do it, boys and girls. And you know what? That's the moral of this podcast. He wrapped it up just like an hour and a half ago and said that. And hold on, folks. Let me turn my camera back on. Boom. There it is. So yeah, there it is. We're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna really wrap it up this time, because you know what? We did 2.5 hours to 3 hours is like my average length. And I always feel like something happens right around here where it just feels right. I mean, I feel like there are some podcasts I watch where like they'll do 4 hours, and it's pretty incredible to me. Like that's a long time to sit down and talk. And I'm getting there, but like, oh, it's taking me time. And like you said, this is probably the longest you've talked in a long time. So yeah, it's a muscle, man. It's a muscle. You just gotta flex it, and it's fun to talk. It's fun to talk. See, I am a customer service guy at heart. This is just, I don't know what it is, but like through talking to people, I like get a sense of purpose. Like I'm like, oh yeah, like other people are cool. So yeah, man, I love it. I love it. I recommend to you to just branch out. Just branch out a little bit. Hop in front of that microphone. Get in front of that camera. Be that guy, because I know you want to do it. I know you want to. Because I know, because you said so. So yeah, just take your own advice. Just do it. So all right, you got any? We already said we really went through the whole conclusion. That we just went for another. It's so funny because I really had you plug everything and all that. Like I really thought we were done. So normally this is the moment where I say, you got anything you want to say to the people? But we already did. I mean, shit, you already gave your message away.
I say, if you want to do it, just do it, like he said. But at the end of the day, some people might make it, some people might not. But at least you can say that you tried.
Now that is a fact. Every shot not taken is a missed shot. That's just true. And it's way better to be the guy that spent, his whole childhood trying to make it as an artist than the guy who's 60 years old thinking, man, I was really interested in that shit when I was a kid, that I just never went through with it. I mean, it's better to know that you did go through all that and you failed. I mean, honestly. And that's just the way it is. I mean, not everybody's going to win. A lot of people are going to lose. That's 100% a fact. But that's okay. I mean, that's almost what makes it important to even try. I mean, it wouldn't matter if everybody was successful. And there's a reason that certain people break out of the pack. There's a reason that certain things catch on. I mean, even if you think something isn't that great, it caught somebody's attention for a certain reason. And I think that's a big thing. Is like, it's also why when we look at ourselves and our own shit, it's a lot harder to see it from that perspective. It's a lot harder to look at your own shit and say, yeah, that was good. And then you have other people come along and you're like, yo! And you're just like, oh, okay, I guess that's what I am to you. So always keep that in mind, you know? There's always something beyond your perspective, and all you got to do is put in that work to see it. So yeah, appreciate you guys for being here. Appreciate you for being here. Appreciate you, man. For real, for real, for real. I got to have you back on sometime. Maybe we'll even see Ruse on that man's YouTube channel. Maybe we'll see a music video on there. I'm tempted. I really am. I got to take that step. I got to just do it. I got to. So yeah, thank you guys. If you stick through this whole thing, you are the shit. We love you. I can't believe you did it. So that makes you cool. Thank you so much. You're the top rooster. You're leading the Coop Troop tonight. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys soon. Ruse Radio, clocking out.